Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video. Go. What up? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube, where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtney Edgar. Listen. The past 24 hours have been going crazy on YouTube. Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb from the 5150 show, they went at it last night. It was like a dog fight. It was fucking crazy. You hear me? It was wild. And so what I decided to do, just like everybody else, I'm going to react to it. And I want to see what the hell is going on, because I'm seeing a lot of videos where people starting off where they're saying that Anton got scared and Corey Holcomb was about to get in his shit. I hear people talking about how Anton Daniels was about to get in Corey Holcomb shit, but I'm not getting the context of why all this shit started in the first fucking place and how it got to that point. So what we gonna do today, we gonna dissect the shit and we gonna break it down and we gonna try to figure out how in the hell it got to that point. All right, so before we dive in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. And make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned in the comments as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. There's so much to say. I know we ain't be able to get to it all, but we're going to try. There's so much to say. I got to ask you this off top. How do you feel? Because we ain't going to do all politics. That ain't what the show about. We got to get there. Yeah, but I'm saying I don't want you to miss no point. What do you feel about this nation as they jack other nations for their resources and play it off like it's other reasons? I'm talking about this nation, the U.S. That's the part of the game. When you say part of the game, I don't understand.
Everybody didn't make comments. Slavery didn't exist the way before we ever came. So I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who claim jack. Like I don't
like what? Give me an example.
Like United States.
No, give me an example of a real life thing. What did they take?
United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got it?
Yeah, the transatlantic slave trade.
You're a smart man.
Oh, I know all about it.
So it's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African American male, I know how I got here. I didn't take cheap flight on Frontier here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
You said all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think what you think white people came over here in Dallas?
Yes.
No, they were sold.
So
they just capitalized off of it better than Africans.
Okay, so you're saying that all
What's the word?
they were brought here were sold by Africans.
Correct.
So the white people, they were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us.
Facts.
Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No, let's stay there. Okay. We don't even like each other. And so black people participate. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people. That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is,
was slavery in the United States before?
Slavery existed thousands of years before we got here. Slavery was on every single continent in this world. That's a fact. Now, the thing that's a problem with it is that, and this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
But let me pause it right there for a second. But this is also another situation. We got our black community who always talking about what the hell happened to us. Woe is me. Listen, we all have read our history books. We know our history. We understand it. Some people know it from like the back of their goddamn hand. They understand the trade back in the day, how Africans sold their own people into slavery, all of those different things. But somehow we still try to figure out how to point the blame at the white man. We aren't the only individuals who have gone through slavery. We are not the only ones. Just as a lot of women, they try to sit up here and talk about, well, women didn't have the right to vote. Well, there were also men who didn't have the right to vote, because at one point in time, if you didn't own any land or property, you couldn't vote even as a man. So this whole narrative, we got, if we're gonna talk about it, we got to look at the broad spectrum of everything. We got to be across the board with everything. We can't just talk. We can't just use one side in order for try to benefit our point. We can't do that.
What do you mean when you say that?
What do y'all want? Like, because y'all complaining about it over and over again. And I'm trying to understand, what is it that y'all looking for? What is y'all? You don't know
the whole thing that is happening.
Because I'm solutions oriented. And I'm tired of niggas that ain't never been through shit complaining about shit they ain't never been through.
Facts.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through. Like, you've been through some shit, but you ain't been through that. And so, what are you saying? Like, because most of the niggas that's complaining about it ain't never.
Why you been? Come on, bro. Why you being ignorant? You know what he talking about, nigga. You hadn't been through slave. Wasn't nobody whipping your back. You didn't go through that shit. So you sitting up here acting as if you have gone through it. Cut it out, bro. You see, you already starting off already. You starting off already.
You really see real racist. These is new niggas.
Fact.
All of these internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you seeing black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes. Definitively.
Come on.
Definitively. You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't look like you.
But that's a fact. Do you understand that it's made like that?
What?
It's the system. The system against us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in.
Who's my people?
Black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something's wrong with
black is a construct.
You what? I'm gonna let it keep playing.
They told you that she was.
Okay, well,
that's
brown,
why you started.
Brown,
No. We're not brown. We're not black. We're not none of that shit. Oh, what are we? We're not none. For me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity, Christ, Jesus first. I don't claim none of that other shit. You're not gonna get me to believe in you based off of some shit that you can't control. You didn't pick it. And the thing about other cultures, whether you're black, Chinese, Asians don't fuck with each other just because they're Asian. Chinese people and Japanese people and Taiwanese people, they're all different. Koreans are different. All white people don't fuck with all white people. Why do I have an obligation to fuck with somebody just because he black? Okay, and then the definition of how you define black is based off of something that a white man gave to you.
Okay, well, trust me, brother. You white people. Let me tell you something. I know Caucasian people that have looked at me and threw me licks. But I am from Chicago.
I'm from Detroit.
It was Chicago is very segregated. I knew nothing about Caucasian people until I moved to Los Angeles.
What?
And a lot of the stories I heard, it turned out to be just that. But back to this Christianity, you have to understand this. You were taught that by the people who kidnapped you. Is that a lie?
Nope.
Okay, so
we was taught everything that you know on this earth was taught to you. The racism that you have in your heart is taught to you.
You say I'm racist?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I studied you.
Wow.
So hold on. That's one part he didn't catch. I don't think he caught it. I don't think Corey Holcomb caught it. Let's keep it going.
I don't know a lot of racism in me. But maybe you can show me something I don't know. We're gonna get there. We'll get there. No. When brother Anton Daniels was talking to me on the phone, I knew that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but I believe we can have a conversation like men. I was like, a lot of stuff he's saying right now, I disagree with so much. But both of them. I'm going to try to make a point because I have the hopes in reaching him in a way. You know what I'm saying? I know that ain't guaranteed. I'm not.
And I have the hopes that I'm gonna get y'all off of the Democratic plantation.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about the Democratic plantation.
Everything that you speak of is a reflection of the same thing that they speak. So you may not claim it, but you're a reflection.
Well, if I reflect something that is this Democratic plantation, I tell you what, I really don't study a Democratic plantation. I try to study being a stand-up human being, but when I look in the mirror, I don't see a slick motherfucker. That's who I am.
I'm with it.
I don't like slick.
That's the first thing we agreed on.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad we got there. But I get labeled all the time. I was talking to a young lady on the phone the other day. And she said, "I know you hate what's the lady who calls herself the doctor? Oh my God, Dr. Brian." And I'm like, I don't hate nobody. What do you get hate from? And then I was on the internet. Every once in a while, I look at the pages that use my likeness. And
Facts.
And I listened to some of the stuff they said, and I was called bitter, and I don't know how to get money. But anyway, coincidentally, today I'm talking to a brother who knows how to work the internet to get money. Facts. You see what I'm saying? Facts. So it's like everything comes in its season for a man like me. I don't say I got all the answers to everything, but I am willing to talk logically to people who I feel like are able to communicate. That's what I'm saying. Because like the stuff you said, you know, I'm like, fuck out of here. Yeah, 100%. And I mean, that's your personality too. Like,
and if you're just one person's taking views on things, this makes it.
Excuse me, ma'am. You need a mic, ma'am. You can ask on the mic.
Anton, just a clarifying question. What about, are you comparing racism with prejudice? Is it, do you think Black people can truly be racist?
What up, Battles On?
No, I think that there's a lot of people that hate white people. Like straight up hate white people. And it's very unfortunate because they're not even the ones that's winning over here. We compare ourselves against a group of people that the majority of them was on food stamps and welfare. They would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Fact.
Right, but is it true racism a system that controls access to, you know?
Well, that's the argument, right? The argument is
we can't make sure white people don't get access to certain schools and you know, programs.
The main way that they
need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite honest.
See, that's what I was gonna say. Y'all, that's the argument that Black people make, is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic. It's false.
Really?
I just seen a guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wanted to becoming the president of the United States of America the second time, almost get everything taken away. Literally. And he was basically being taken down by black people. Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was
Jasmine Crockett,
you know, in New York, Fani Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris months before they actually started this campaign during the Biden administration. And it's so funny to me because then I have to ask myself the question, well, listen, if this is a construct, and if it's all about white people, and all of the energy is going towards a person that black people fucked with before he actually ran for president of the United States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
Not me.
No. Take yourself out of it. We're talking about the culture. It may not necessarily be you individually, but we as a culture fuck with him. Fuck with who? Barack Obama and his wife.
That's that you gotta be Corey, you gotta be honest. Corey, you gotta be honest. A lot of black people, was myself included, because when that nigga, listen, when I used to think the same way that a lot of these motherfuckers was thinking in the Democratic Party, I was like, damn, bro, that nigga got swag, bro. We got our first black president and everything. That nigga smooth before you said that nigga got that walk, nigga. That was the next close. That was the closest thing to a Denzel walk. Boy, that nigga was smooth. That nigga was smoother than butter. You hear me? Until we start to open our eyes and we start to realize, man, this nigga here one shit, boy. Because most people thought that everything was going to change for the black culture. That's what everybody thought. Oh, we finally got someone in it now. Oh shit, it's up for the black community. And guess what happened? Nothing. Now you got people looking back and they're like, man, nigga, man, fuck Barack Obama, bro. He didn't do shit for the black community, bro. So if you're gonna have this conversation, Corey, you gotta be genuine about this conversation, bro. Take your own personal feelings out of the situation. You know, you've been in the industry for this long. You know there were black people championing this nigga the entire fucking time. Chill out.
The culture, we champion him. We absolutely do. And he didn't give y'all shit except for gay marriage.
You know I know that. That's why I ain't arguing.
So absolutely. I'm a Republican. I'm a straight up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people.
Facts.
It's the original party of black people. They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. When you're talking about emancipation, when you're talking about 1865, when you're talking about what we stood for, as conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit. It means, I'm telling you,
you said you don't fuck with the backdoor shit.
I don't either. I don't. That's what it's saying. What it means to be a Republican is this, because a lot of people like to say,
but this is backdoor Republicans.
We were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents that we vote Democrat no matter what, right? Regardless of what they stand for, regardless of the agendas that they push, regardless of how much nonsense that we see in our communities, regardless of how many Democrats actually destroyed our cities from Chicago to Detroit, all across the board. We were taught to vote that no matter what.
I agree.
Democrat no matter what.
I agree.
But this is the difference between the parties on a very fundamental level, not complicated at all.
Really? You're going to see as a difference between the parties?
This is the difference.
I can't wait to hear this.
No. You may say that it's the same type of public politicians that take advantage of the taxpayers and take advantage of the people. The difference in the parties historically is Republicans want less government so you can do what the fuck you want to do. And Democrats want more control, so they want to control what your money is, where your tax dollars go, and what you can do with your money.
Okay, so
that's the fundamental difference.
I'm going to tell you this. And you don't have to believe me. I'm just telling you. The people in charge are not Democrats or Republicans. Kamala Harris is allowed to do whatever she's done. This new president, he's allowed to do whatever he is willing to do or they allow him to do. Everything is allowed. There are people in charge of this nation that flat out run shit. And if ain't nobody got the power to uproot them, then we're going to keep having people paying a whole bunch of money for houses and a fire hydrant don't work in front of it, but they'll charge you for the fire hydrant in front of your house.
But we got a less than 20% voter turnout rate in a local election.
Well, you understand voting don't work, right?
It does.
How?
It does, but you just missed it. We
have a list. I heard everything you said. I can't wait till you tell me how voting makes a difference in this country.
We have a less than 20% voter turnout rate in local.
Ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go. You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
It's not. People that don't vote are ignorant as fuck.
Well, I guess I'm ignorant because I would never participate in no
people that don't vote.
I'm gonna show up and vote like a sucker.
And not only is it ignorant.
We had Republican presidents. We had Democratic presidents. We had the same joint.
I'm talking about local. You talking about national.
I don't give a fuck.
It matters.
If you vote, that means you in line.
No, if you vote first, the first thing that it means is that you was
automatically you already. Any nigga who sit up here and say, man, voting ain't real, I instantly turn my ears off, bro. I instantly turn my ears off, and it lets you know where the conversation's gonna go, because now he coming based off of feelings and what he thinks and what he claims that he knows, but I don't believe it. He can't back that shit up.
Respect your ancestors that died for your right.
Your ancestors didn't do it like this. No, because people went.
Thank you, Battle Zone. Yes. They were all conservative, but they don't understand that though.
It's a war when the government tried to overthrow the people and the power of the people. It was wars. There hasn't been a war inside the U.S. where the people who getting fucked over are doing something about motherfuckers with 30 felonies being the president. It's all sucker shit.
You keep saying 30. You keep saying 30 felonies, but why this nigga? If this nigga was convicted, why the fuck isn't he in jail? Because y'all continue, all y'all black motherfuckers who hate Trump, y'all continue to keep using the same shit. Well, this nigga got 30 felonies. He got 30 felonies. He got 30 felonies. If they found some evidence on this man, if they found real evidence on this man, he would be in fucking jail, bro. That's a fact. 30? 30. 30. 30. This nigga would be in jail right now. Y'all continue to keep using that same fucking talking point, bro. Let it go, dog. Just let it go, bro.
Or every day, it's just not physical anymore.
Well, that's the problem.
It's
here. Physical war.
It's not.
Oh yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good upbeat.
We're gonna always be talking. But see, real gladiators don't talk. Real gladiators make it happen. And the gladiators, I ain't gonna lie, we are under control right now.
What?
Yeah.
Man, look at hell no.
So if you're a gladiator and gladiators take action, right? Gladiators are about doing, right? They say fuck what everybody else talking about, nigga. It's me. We here. How the fuck are you gonna be controlled? Where that makes sense at? Where does that make sense, Corey? Where does it make sense, bro?
We haven't rose up and did what needs to be done.
Who are you under control by?
It ain't you under control by the people who will motherfucking blow this motherfucker up. We ain't stupid.
Who is he? Because I want to know.
Why do you think that ICE agent was able to shoot?
I want to know who he. Hold on. Let's be real.
Because he a federal fucking agent. That's why he was able to do it. He's a federal agent, and you had a civilian who ain't got no authority nowhere. She is interfering with an operation that she ain't have no business getting interfering with. That's how she got popped. Not and to include a 2-ton vehicle coming at him. So what are you talking? So what are you talking about, bro? You just saying shit, Corey. You just saying shit. You saying the same shit that you hear everybody else say on TikTok and Instagram, bro. You ain't saying nothing profound, bro. All of that shit that you keep bringing up has already been debunked. And you just continue to keep saying the same shit, and you think you cooking. You ain't saying nothing, dog.
Fuck that woman.
Well, that's what you would say to somebody you don't know or whatever.
No.
I'm on the streets. I've been pulled over by the police or the ICE agents or whatever.
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America. I can move anywhere I want to go. I choose to stay in the core of my city, and I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I choose to tap to the streets. I choose to put kids through college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars and whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people. So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't.
Well, that's what should count.
I don't hear that
Because
shit.
out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop, and an investigation will be said. But here's the truth.
What?
We know, if I believe you know this already.
What the fuck you
When
say?
the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
What the fuck is this man? What the fuck is this man? What the fuck is this man talking about, bro? What is Corey talking about, dog? You know what's crazy to me? At one point, I guess it makes sense once when you're around certain people, right? Y'all ever been in a situation to where you're in a group, you're around a group of people, right? I'm gonna make it even simple for you. You ever seen a group of women? You got that real ugly chick, right? She's like a 2, in between a 2 or a 4. Then you got the rest of the friends that are about 4s and 5s, and you got that one shorty that's a 6. Now, because you got that 6, she's average, but she looked like a baddie compared to the rest of the chicks in the group, right? But as soon as you take that 6 and you put her around some 7s, some 8s, some 9s, she looked basic as fuck. This is the same situation that we got with Corey Holcomb versus Anton Daniels. When it's just Corey Holcomb and he ain't got nobody that's actually challenging him on anything that he's talking about or anything that he's doing, it then looks as if Corey Holcomb know what the fuck he talking about. This nigga spitting, bro. Like, this nigga real deal spitting. But then when you get somebody who's actually intellectual and they can break down and give things from their perspective, as well as give you the context behind it, that's intellectual, and it can break it down for you, so that way you can really understand what's going on. Corey Holcomb like a dumbass. He just like an ignorant nigga. Now, mind you, it's gotten him this far. He's doing great. I'm not taking that away from him. But that's what it seems like right now. Because he's just saying the same shit. He's using the same talking points. He's using the same rhetoric that a lot of people are using. Keep saying the same shit over and over. He hasn't said anything profound yet that has made us be like, you know what? I never thought about that. We have heard this shit somewhere before. Tell me I'm lying.
That's not what I said. So insane. Is that what I said? I said when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie? This is so insane. But you didn't answer it. Like, I'm gonna answer the question. Okay, I'm gonna answer the question.
It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this: the majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say it one time.
I'm talking about cops.
It's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not.
I don't think you're Well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me? Because I don't know.
Liberal white women literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single day.
Female, the biggest enemy.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there, because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the court.
No, I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them.
Okay, so you remember at the beginning of this live stream when I said, well, when we heard Anton say, I studied you, Corey. Y'all remember when I said that, right? Now, here's where it all falls back into place. And this is where Corey didn't do his homework and not understanding who the person that he was bringing onto his platform was. If you watch the Millionaire Morning Show, if you watch Anton Daines and you listen to the things that he talks about, he gives everybody smoke. Talks about everybody. White men, white women, black men, Asians, Hispanics, immigrants, all of them. Everybody get it. Everybody get it. And I know a lot of people, oh, bro, you just glazing. No, if you go and listen to him, go and watch his Millionaire Morning Show, it's even kill across the board. So this lets you know Corey Holcomb didn't do his homework. Now he's looking foolish right now. What up, my guy? What's good with you?
Because if you go against them, it'll be some video and you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that. We say that. But here's the
I
truth.
don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as today?
So hold on. Let me ask y'all a question. I want to ask y'all a question, right? Based off of what Corey Holcomb just said. He said, you're quicker to go at your own people, right? Black people. Instead of talking about the people, the other side of people who got us in this situation, right? Let me ask y'all a question for those of you who may have children. If you got children and those other children are doing some bad shit, they doing some degenerate shit, are you going to point the finger at the degenerate children, or are you going to come back to your children and say, hey, I don't want to see you doing none of that bullshit? Or let's just say your children participate in the bullshit that they got going on. Am I going to point the finger at the degenerate children, or am I going to talk about you? The correct answer should be, I'm going to talk to my children, because guess what? I'm the one that advocates for them. I'm responsible for them. So therefore, I'm going to talk to them. I don't need to let their parents deal with them. I'm going to deal with y'all. So in this sense, why wouldn't I talk about black people? Why wouldn't I try to hold my own black people accountable? Because I want to see better for them. So therefore, I'm going to give you some tough love. I'm going to tell you, stop being a degenerate. Stop being a fuck boy. Stop being a fuck girl. Stop being stupid. Stop playing and start running it. Stop being a victim. Take ownership of your shit. Take dignity in the things that you do. Get out of the fucking hood. Get away from the Democratic plantation. There's more than enough opportunity out here for you to be great. You just got to go and put forth the effort. You keep talking about you so focused on the white man, you so focused on what they got going on over there, but you can't even get the beam out of your own fucking eye. But you focus on what's going on over there. Take responsibility for your own shit. Y'all say y'all want black men to start advocating for the black community. Guess what? We got to hold you accountable in order for us to do so. So that's part of advocating for the black community. I'm not just going to allow you to say and do the shit that you want to do. You think I'm just going to be quiet and just shut my mouth and say, hey, man, we've been through enough the past 400, 500 years, bro. Because of the white man, bro, we should be able to do it. No. It don't work like that. Life don't work like that. Life ain't fair. Life is not fair. The shit happened back in the day. A lot of y'all hadn't experienced the shit. A lot of y'all wasn't getting whipped on your back. They weren't telling you to say your name is Toby. None of that shit. Your name is Toby. Nope, none of that. None of y'all have been through it. So y'all using the same exact talking points that everybody else. Y'all keep saying the same bullshit because y'all want to be a victim. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, dog.
Accountability smoke. I talk about everything.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here.
You ain't been
Facts.
You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you. I hear you
If you don't have the capacity to be able to listen, because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong. My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you seen something about Caucasian males and how they destroyed this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down because you're talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
So he keeps saying, what did I miss? What did I miss? So he was trying to back him into a trap instead of telling him, like, oh, I haven't heard you say anything today about the white man. But again, like I said, if you actually done your research, Corey Holcomb, you would know. And you wouldn't. This is why it's important. If you're going to bring somebody into your platform, especially with the type of viewership that you got and the visibility that you got, Corey Holcomb, it would behoove you to do your research on the person that you're bringing onto your channel, to your platform. Because you wouldn't be asking this question if you did your due diligence. You think, again, okay, so you think he's a rat, you think he's a raccoon. Okay, what makes you believe that he's a raccoon? Elaborate.
No, you talking loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America? I'm not bringing it down. I'm not getting into that. You dancing around it, and that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass. But I don't. Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody. Yes, you are. You suck the dick of these people right now. You doing it. What you do, let me tell you what you do. See, anybody can tell you something. I don't suck dick. Yeah, you suck dick. You do. So fix it right now. I don't suck dick. You're doing it right now. Believe me when I tell you. I don't do that. I don't do that. Listen. So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit. I'm gonna give you.
All right, hold up. Before we continue this, where did it fall apart? Where did it fall apart?
Them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss. I don't have a boss. We say that. I don't say that. But here's the truth. I don't have a boss. It's a reason you go after black males.
Oh, let me go ahead a little bit more.
Dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass. But I don't. Don't do that in front of me because I'm not dancing with them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss. I don't have a boss. We say that. I don't say that. But here's the truth. I don't have a boss. It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall of full accountability smoke? I talk about everything. I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men. Well, you since you've been up here. You ain't been listening.
Okay, so you say I haven't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here. Okay. Cool, but y'all hadn't got to that point. But he already told you facts when you were trying to explain about the Democratic and Republican Party and what the fuck happened back then. He agreed with you when he said that. So you weren't listening because you were too busy talking, Corey Holcomb. You were too busy trying to overtalk somebody and you think you're trying to overpower what the fuck is going on. He agreed with you. But you failed to listen. That's why he said, hey, you moving too fast because I said it, but you too busy. You're doing too much. You're trying to talk. You're trying to overtalk, and you're trying to filibuster. You continue to keep trying to move on to the next subject. You keep moving the fucking goalposts. Stick to one thing at a time. And stop trying to move on because you ain't got shit to say. You don't have anything in order to substantiate what the fuck you're saying. You're just saying shit.
You ain't been listening. I've been listening to you. I hear you. If you don't have the capacity to be able to listen, because you're too busy. No.
He doesn't pay the white people though, bro. That's where you're lying.
My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you seen something about Caucasian males and how they destroyed this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down because you're talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America? I'm not bringing it down. I'm not getting into that. You dancing around it. And that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
All right. That's why I lose respect for you. And you start dancing and you start kissing the white man's ass. Now, some people may take that as disrespectful. Some people may be like, nigga, what? Last time I'm gonna let it keep playing.
Yeah, but I don't. Don't do that in front of me because I'm not a kisser of nobody. Yes, you are. You suck the dick of these people right now. You doing the easy shit.
Hold up, hold up. That look, hold on, hold on. The look, hold up, the look. I gotta catch it at the right time. Hold on. Hold on.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of these people right now. You.
Hey, y'all remember that? Hey, y'all know how niggas be y'all know how niggas be clowning on you. Y'all know how that one dude who just be clowning on you, like I'm talking about just going the fuck in on you. And then you see everybody laughing, and you look at them like, bro, y'all ain't gonna help. Y'all ain't gonna help me over here. Y'all just gonna let this nigga say this shit to me, bro. That's how he look right here in this situation, dog. Oh my god.
Doing the easy shit. What you do?
The way, bro, he got caught off guard with that one. He did. He got caught. He's like, bro, what the fuck?
Let me tell you what you did.
No,
See,
let
nobody
me
gonna
tell you something, homie. I don't
tell you.
I don't suck dick. I don't suck dick. So fix that right now. I don't suck dick. You doing it right now. Believe me when I tell you. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, I tell you what, watch that dick sucking shit, because that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking.
You say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
okay, but that shit. Oh, you
I
know,
don't give a fuck about you.
hey, homie, I tell you. No dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say I suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
I'm
I'm a respect.
dance around it. Dance around it.
No. I
I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform.
You know. I've seen a lot of posts. And the people who say that Corey Holcomb was about to get in Anton shit, I don't see it. Because if you was really like that, and you was really about that shit that you talking about, and that shit, you really found that shit disrespectful, when you really about to do something, first of all, this is what would have happened. You would have already stole off on it because you found that disrespectful. Just because you got the fuck up, because mind you, some people who be on that type of time, nigga, like, hey, bro, what the fuck you getting up for? What the fuck you coming over here for? Like, nigga, what's good with it? You would have really been on that type of time. But the fact that you, hey, move out the way, Darlene, I'm gonna sit right here in front of your face. I'm finna get into your shit. But see, what you failed to realize is you thought that nigga was gonna back the fuck up. You thought he was gonna be like, all right, bro, you got it. Do your thing. But that nigga, shit, that nigga said, what's good with it? Sat up right with your motherfucking ass. And you thought shit was gonna go different. You thought that nigga was gonna back the fuck down. If you was really about that, and you was really on that shit, that type of tough shit that you talking, you would have stole the fuck off already. I don't want to hear that bullshit. That shit's performative, dog. He can talk all that talk. You can say all the deep voice shit all you want. Nigga, you weren't finna do shit. And the simple fact that you had to tell this nigga, call me a dick sucker again. Call me a dick sucker again. You wasn't on it. Because you was praying that that nigga wouldn't say that shit again. Because then you was gonna have to be about it. You was gonna have to show something. Because if you daring the nigga to say something, that means you're gonna have to do something if he do say it. You're gonna have to dare him. And you're gonna have to do something. Or you're gonna look like a little bitch, even though you still did look like one. Hold on, let me go back. I wanna catch something. I wanna see something. Hold on. I wanna see. Let me see something real quick. I wanna see something.
I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, hey, Hey, hold on, bro. That nigga hand shaking like a motherfucker. I'm looking. Hold on.
I tell you what, watch that dick sucking shit, cause that'll go bang.
Call it what you want.
Hey, that nigga hand shaking like crazy. I'm watching it. Look, pay attention to his hand. Look at his hands, bro. That shit shaking a little bit.
I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, I tell you,
Bro,
what, watch that dick sucking shit.
That shit shaking like that shake weight. How niggas be at that bit out there like this. Pause. Shit. Pause.
Serious today, but that was crazy.
I'm not
that was
feeding.
crazy.
I'm not feeding. I'm not
Okay.
feeding.
Pause. But his hand is shaking like that shake weight, bro. His hand is shaking.
Cause that'll go bang.
Call it what you want.
I don't do.
That nigga shit that be like that, man. Cause that shit, keep that wedding shit, homie. Cause that shit go bad. That nigga hand like maybe it's an underlying condition. It might be an underlying condition. I don't know, but I ain't never seen his hand shake like that before.
No dick sucking.
You say you like shit that I don't fuck with either. You okay,
But that gay shit.
For real, bro. My bad, dog.
You know dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga. I'm fucking short. Say I suck a dick again. I'm right here, right now. That's what I said. I don't respect dance around it. Dance around it. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
Look, that nigga hand is shaking, bro.
I respect you because it's your platform, and I put out here to have a conversation.
We good,
But
we
you're
good.
not up on me.
We good. I did it already. Need dick sucking shit.
Microphone right now, right now. I'm going up. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth. I'm running my mouth. You doing this shit for the internet. You doing it for the internet.
That nigga hand shaking, bro.
No. If you want
I'll
to
show you I ain't doing it for the internet. I'm saying,
don't
I'm gonna let
disrespect
you
me like
finish.
that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that.
That nigga hand shaking, bro. Look at that
But
shit.
don't boss up on me because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either. But I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm gonna extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how
Y'all see his hand?
Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I did it.
Question for bro. No. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't getting loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No, this is my show. This is my show.
But I said that.
Oh, that nigga was trying to boss up, dog. That nigga was trying to temperature check his ass, and it didn't go according to plan. It did not go according to plan. Now he trying to de-escalate the situation. That's what, like, all right, that's it. He ain't say the shit. He ain't say dick sucking again. So this shit, that's it. It's over with. Nah, nigga. Nah.
This shit is a threat.
Okay.
Okay.
Just like Quinn. Nah, nigga.
Well, it is a threat if you calling me dick sucking.
That nigga hand shaking like crazy.
Man, fuck what you talking about.
I don't dick suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, because you ain't gonna do it. Because you're not gonna do
Come
it.
to me with that dick sucking shit again, nigga.
You're not gonna
Come
do
to
it.
me with. See how some dick-
Hey, hold up. Look how that bitch start shaking real hard. Watch it. Look, watch his hand. Watch what he said. Watch it. Look his hand. Look. That shit shaking.
See how some dick again, nigga.
We know all that right now. You don't say that shit. You know all that right now.
Now this is where you look like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Corey. This is where you look like a bitch. You trying to double dog dare a nigga to say dick sucking again. My nigga, he already said it. He said it twice, actually. He said, yeah, you do suck dick. Yeah, you do suck dick for the black people. Why? Simply because you said he kissed ass for the white man. Now, last time I checked, both of them shits is gay. If you want to, both of the situations is gay.
You hear what you're saying out loud, brother?
So, with that being said, you can't sit out here and dish the shit and then not expect the nigga to dish it back to you. And then all of a sudden you want to get raw. All of a sudden now you want to press up on a nigga now. This is exactly how you look.
I'm good. You the mama. So, at least I'm a girl. At least I'm a girl. And I'm a daddy. I'm grown. I'm a daddy. I'm grown. Stop being your no chest you making a radio.
That's exactly how you looking right now, bro. All that tough shit that you talking, that shit's out the window. Ain't nobody fooled by that shit you talking about. This nigga got up. He said, let's take it to the back. You talking tough. Let's go to the back, bro. Let's hash this shit out right now. But guess what you did? You continued to sit there, nigga. So all that shit you talking is just talk. You ain't about that shit, dog. And this is not even me. This is me coming from a reactionary standpoint. You ain't about that shit that you talking. Because if you really were about that shit, something would have sparked already. Fuck out of here, bro. I got money for this. What they got to do with the situation? I ain't trusting no nigga with janitor keys on his pants. I ain't trusting no nigga with janitor's keys on his pants, bro. And a bucket hat with a spray painted hoodie on. I ain't trusting no nigga. He ain't about to do nothing, bro. Nigga just talking, man.
Don't get in the way of two niggas.
And then gonna try to get tough with Darlene. Man, sit the fuck down, man, and just had a conversation, my nigga. That shit dead and gone, bro.
I ain't got to go out back right now because we got to go back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking shit.
This nigga.
That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like it, if you okay back for a conversation, we can get back to the conversation. But just know, I'm not listening to none of that shit, bro. I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get back to the conversation,
man, that nigga Corey wasn't about to do shit, bro. That nigga wasn't about to do shit, bro. Let me skip ahead a little bit. That nigga wasn't about to do shit.
He said what he said, so I'm gonna respect him on that. So question, given that black people.
That nigga wasn't about to do shit, man.
Given that black people on the Democratic plantation, what do you say about the use of Christianity to make slaves out of black people?
And what, today's time or historic?
You capping.
Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck were y'all watching? What are y'all watching? Are we watching the same goddamn thing? When a nigga do this, when a nigga pull one of these moves right here, let me run this shit down for you right now, because apparently some of y'all niggas ain't never been in a fight before. You can tell. So if a nigga get up, right? If a nigga get up out his chair because you said, hey, nigga, you dick sucking for the black people, right? Nigga get up, move short out the way, come sit down in your face. Mind you, if you pay attention to the whole situation, instead of just the yelling aspect of it, Anton did this. This nigga moved up. He sat up. He was ready. Like, what's good with it? He sat up. He was like, what's good with it? As Corey continued to keep talking, guess what this nigga said? Oh, say that shit again. Say that shit again. This ain't elementary school, my G. If you about that, you would have been about it already. It would have already been up if you was really like that. Now, as they continue to keep talking, the same shit, wasn't popping off. Now Corey kept running his fucking mouth. Guess what Anton did? Well, fuck it then, my nigga. Let's go to the back then. Let's go. We can go. Let's go. What we doing? But guess what Corey decided to do? Corey pulled one of these right here. Man, I ain't doing all this shit, nigga. I got money, man. I got money. Y'all act like this nigga ain't got money. So what? So again, if you really was about that shit that you talking, this tough talk shit, you would have got up and said, you know what, man, put that shit on pause, nigga. We finna go to the back real quick. But you ain't like that. You just talking just to be talking, bro. Nigga, this is theatrics. Nobody want to hear that shit, man. Oh, that nigga Anton, you talking about Anton wasn't finna do it. That nigga Corey wasn't finna do one. Wasn't finna do nothing. That nigga got up out of his own spot to go sit in front of Anton, and guess what? He still ain't do shit. Come on, bro.
It's used in a negative way, but anything can be used in a positive or negative way. You can weaponize literally anything. Corporate America, for example. You can use the internet in order to push out propaganda, or you can use it to communicate effectively with the people. You can use money to manipulate people, or you can use it to help people. And so you can't just say that Christianity itself is used. The Quran is used in a negative way in order to control people. So it depends on the person.
Look at him. He still look at him. Look at him. He's still butthurt. He's still butthurt over there. Look at him. He's still butthurt about the situation.
Instead of evaluating them based off of Christianity itself.
Because he know he just got punked on his own show.
everybody that calls himself a Christian is not a Christian.
100%. So I agree that the teachings of Jesus are pure. However, in the hands of Caucasian white males,
it's not true, because I know some good Caucasian
teachings of Jesus,
and I know some bad Caucasian white men.
Okay, so look, check this out. This is what I listen. This is what I'm saying. The reason I don't have a lot of people up here at the show is because I know a lot of people aren't initiated when it comes to talking to men of a certain mind state. And I don't believe you knew what you was doing when you said something about dick sucking, brother. I apologize. Okay.
And again, it goes back to what I said prior. Anton told him, he studied him. He should have taken that to account, but he was too busy trying to talk. He was too busy trying to overtalk and get his thoughts off. He didn't hear that. It didn't register in his mind. So if a nigga tell me, hey, bro, I've been studying you, bro. So that would let me know you've been watching my shit. You understand how things operate. And if you would have done your due diligence, like I said before, and understood who the fuck Anton is, you'd be like, all right, I know how this man is. You know, he might say some wild shit that'll kind of get the shit up there. So I got to be careful on how I react and how I respond to the situation. And guess what you did, Corey? You fell right into the trap. And then you try to act like you was about to do something. You weren't finna do shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he was really about that, he would have done something. He would have pulled the Will Smith. He'd have walked right up there, slapped the shit out of him, and called it a day. But he didn't. Because mind you, Will Smith went and slapped Chris Rock for talking about his wife in front of him. He didn't say shit about Will. Anton said shit straight about Corey Holcomb. And mind you, he didn't say he sucked dick. He didn't tell him that he sucked dick in the sense of he's doing it. He's saying it as if, nigga, you out here caping for the black community. Just as he was saying that Anton caping for the white community. It's the same thing, but you know, it just ain't go, but nigga get offended some type of way. You know, maybe he got some shit hidden in the closet that he don't want to get out, so he get triggered by it. I don't know. But it's simple, nigga, I don't suck dick, nigga, you know. Come on, bro. If you know you don't, why you getting offended by it? Because you know he don't mean that you actually sucking dick, he just mean you caping for him. But again, he studied you, so he knew exactly what was gonna make you tick. And he studied you enough to know that you weren't gonna do shit. That's the crazy part. And you didn't do shit. But don't try to come back and try to play that tough talk. Don't do none of that shit, nigga. Just continue on with your podcast. Continue to keep talking about other shit and doing other reaction videos. Don't try to come back and talk tough. None of that shit. None of it. Don't do it.
Hey, bro, I appreciate that. I apologize. I appreciate that because this ain't no show. The last thing I want to do is get into it with you physically. But I have a switch.
The last thing I want to do is get into it with you physically, which means, again, you didn't want to do nothing in the first fucking place because the niggas who was about it, they would have already been about that shit already.
Well, I do too. When I'm a man,
I respect your switch. I respect you too. Okay, good. I'm glad, brother. It ain't no fake shit right here.
Absolutely.
We straight respect your switch, brother. And I'm saying a lot of people don't know when the way I was brought up, you can't step to men like that. So I'm not checking you. I'm just trying to let you know that when we talk to each other a certain way, like if dick sucking is brought up, that's just like motherfucking pissing on my shoes. So I'm saying.
Oh, after you said he kiss ass. All right, I got you.
I can get back straight.
So you can say shit to niggas, but they can't say shit to you. Got it.
Listen, I get into it with my homies. I get into it with my brothers. I don't have sisters. I got three brothers, and we scrap it out. I scrap with my nephews. It is what it is, and then we shake hands and we keep it moving. Once we have a disagreement and we get it out of our system. So if we good, then we good. I'm good. I'm with it. Let's get to the conversation.
That's why I tried to explain myself right there because I'm like, this man probably don't even know that my mind is set up. Anton, my mind is set up when people do things like throw I call it backdoor. When people throw that at you, it's a set off. And I'm saying, like, I ain't trying to get set up. I think I'm a lot more than somebody with name calling to get at me. But I'm saying, like,
but see, I don't believe you, Corey. I don't believe you, bro. Okay. And let me tell you why I don't believe you. Because you do the same shit that you feel offended.
Facts.
You do, absolutely. You just did it. You said a lot of shit to me that I don't necessarily care about.
I didn't say nothing about this.
You pick and choose what's disrespectful because you're applying it to you. It's other people out there that don't take that shit.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that. So listen to me, Anton.
But hold on. Let me say this last one. But I get it because you don't know me, and I don't know you, so you don't know what I look at as disrespectful. And so as a result, I just let that shit ride. The only thing that ever triggers me is it, and this is why I like to do shows in person. I told you before the show. I said I don't do no more live streams with people that I don't know. Did I not say that? Because I want to see and look in their eyes and see what's really happening, right? And the reason that is because the only thing that set me off is if somebody make it seem like they're ready to do something. Then I'm like, okay, well, it's all right. Fuck the conversation.
Well, how about this? People may be ready to do something for whatever reason. They want to be ready to do something. But what I'm saying to you is, you know, in this world, they are trying to normalize men in dresses. They trying to normalize a woman wearing a thong in front of a church gathering or whatever, right? And you know what I'm saying? I can handle whatever is happening out there, but I'm saying, like, I'm still standing on this. I'm standing on this. If a man walking up to me with some homosexual talk, like, I could take, I said this before, I could take a meeting at a brother like Tyler Perry's house because I know what's gonna happen if it go bad. The house gonna get tore up. I ain't saying that to act like I'm tough. No, I'm saying there's certain things we as men cannot say to each other without clashing.
So take your own advice, my nigga. Pay attention to the shit that you say to other people, because he just explained to you, you can't determine what the fuck another person gonna take as disrespectful. So, nigga, by you saying that, hey man, you kissing a white man's ass, you don't know how that nigga, you don't know how he felt about that. He could have took that as disrespect and he could have popped off on you. But again, he explained to you, he said, listen, bro, because you don't know me and I don't know you, so therefore I let that shit roll off my shoulder. Unlike you, now that I gave you the same energy that you gave me, now all of a sudden you want to poke your chest out, my nigga? What you mean? Exactly, Miranda. Exactly. He didn't tell him to suck one. He didn't tell him. He said, you suck D for the black community. That's what he said. He didn't tell him to go suck one. He didn't tell him. He just said, hey, you suck D for the black community. Yeah, I got to stop saying it. My bad. But yeah. So I don't know what everybody else saying. Oh, he did say it. No, he didn't. Some people bad at hearing.
And it is my opinion with niggas that I know and where I'm from, if I say to one of my homies,
Hold on. It don't matter. That's the point that y'all are missing. This is the reason why it's always a fucked up situation. You can't determine what somebody defines as disrespectful, bro. He said that the man kissed ass. That's equivalent to the same thing that Anton said to him, bro. What are you talking about? I don't care what you say. You can't say nobody's son. Do you do it? Is that what you do? Are you triggered by it? Are you feeling exposed a little bit? Your cleavage feeling, your skin feeling exposed a little bit? Is that what it is? That's why you get triggered by it? You worrying about what the black, oh man, because you got a lot of people out here trying to emasculate men out here in the community. Bro, if you don't do it, you don't do it, so it don't apply to you, bro. So that shit should roll off your shoulders. Because when you a real man, it rolls off your shoulders. A lot of shit ain't gonna affect you like that. because you know what it is. And if you're really gonna get on that tough shit and you're gonna poke your chest out, nigga, you better be about it. It's just as when you try to go and get your guns, when you try to go and get your guns license, right? They tell you, listen, don't pull that motherfucking gun out unless you're ready to use it. Otherwise, get the fuck away from the situation. Get out of the situation. Remove yourself. This is the same situation. You talking tough, but you ain't doing nothing. All that big talk, that rah-rah, I don't care about none of that shit. And this ain't tough talk. Just telling you what it is. And the motherfuckers who actually been in fights, motherfuckers who actually been through it, they know what it is. Like, all right, my nigga, I'm not gonna continue to keep telling you to say this shit. I'm not, oh, say it again. Say it again. Nah, I ain't. I'm just gonna sit right here, nigga, make a move. I know something. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all gotta cut that shit out. Being a kiss ass is not the same, bro. Again, you ain't listening. You can't determine what somebody find as disrespectful, bro. That's y'all problem. You think it's okay for somebody to say you a kiss ass? You can't determine that. You can't determine what somebody deems as disrespectful. You can't. Nigga, I don't gotta keep playing the video if I don't want to, nigga. I'll talk if I want to talk.
Everybody will get quiet, but we know. And they'll be like, what is that? What is that?
Exactly, Miranda. Exactly.
So what I'm
saying, Corey won't talk no damn politics.
If it's one way to get a brother like me, I know brothers who are preachers.
Facts.
That would put their religion down for that right there. That's all I'm saying, black man. That's all I'm saying. Listen. That's where you at. So I'm gonna respect that. Thank you, brother. I don't want no drama. I swear I don't want no drama, man.
2 handshakes.
My life is good. Mine is too. I believe you. My life is good. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want you to come up here for that. It's just the simple misunderstandings that we as men can have.
Facts.
I think older black men like us need to make sure there are boundaries that simply can't be crossed when men are talking. And if you tell me a boundary, Anton, if you tell me a boundary, I promise you, I'm going to do my best. I'm not. When I'm talking to Willie D, Willie D don't like when you call him nigga. I can't go my way not to call Willie D nigga because I can't get with Willie too. For me though, I don't give a fuck about the talking. I don't have no boundaries. I don't care if a nigga say something about me. It is niggas say shit like that all the time. Like that's the environment that we live in. I only care about my real life. Can I ask you a question? You just said men talk disrespectfully to you in your face all the time. No. You did not hear what I said. I said they do that shit all the time. You see it in the chat, you see it in the comments, all of that shit, right? Yeah. I don't care about this shit. Right? That's right, because that's for the internet. Right. So when people say stuff, I don't take it personally because it's not a thing to me. It's just talk. The only thing I care about is what happened in real life. When I cut that shit off in real life, my life is great. Right. Let me tell you something. So my point is that I don't take nothing personal.
Facts.
Unless it gets personal.
Facts.
Unless it gets physical. That's the only thing I'm up on. Anything else I can walk away from.
Facts.
My life,
exactly.
I can walk away and I'm probably gonna never see that person.
Facts.
So this is why the chat, I allow them, and in fact, I encourage them to be themselves in the chat. Because this is a computer screen.
I'm cool. Listen, I'm cool with you being yourself in the chat too. But make sure you got a profile picture so everybody can see you. Don't talk shit, but then you hiding behind a profile picture. We want to see your face. That same tough talk, we want to see what you look like. We want to see your face. We want to see everything about you. So therefore, when you talking, it's fair across the board. Now we know who you are. It's like, oh, okay, I see. Look who talking. I got you. But see, that's the emotional. But see, that's an emotional behavior though. If any, oh man, nigga, we talking, man. See, you can't say certain shit around, nigga. Bro, you can say whatever the fuck you want to, bro. You can say whatever you want about me, dog. That shit gonna roll off my shoulders. It don't mean nothing to me, dog. It don't mean anything to me. It ain't gonna stop me from sleeping at night. Ain't gonna stop me from continuing to keep getting to a bag. Ain't gonna stop none of that shit. I can look at it as, oh man, that shit, he said, oh, that shit was kind of disrespectful. But hey, it is what it is. It don't mean that I ain't gonna lose no sleep over. It is what it is. I'm gonna move on by my day because it don't mean shit to me.
But one thing I will say about, this is to the youngsters especially, because they're the ones who really don't know. I'm talking about 35 and under. When you in a man's face, you have to watch how you talk to them, because
yeah, that's facts, Miranda. That's facts.
Is a lot different than the computer. On the computer,
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
But if they in my face saying that to me,
let me ask you a question.
You can go back.
Why?
Whatever, bro.
I'm asking a real question. Why do you get triggered if somebody says it to you? Like, what is it in you that gets bothered by a switch?
Okay, so listen to me. Manhood is all we got to do. Really got to understand this. Just give me a second to land on this. If we don't have our manhood, we ain't got nothing. So when a man walk up to you and say something flirtatious to you, when a man walk up to you and say something where he's challenging your manhood and things like that, trust me, I don't care how savage it may seem. When you're dealing with a man, you can set a man off if you in his face and you saying things that are not. I'm not talking about somebody just saying anything. I'm talking about there are certain things, like I can't walk up to a man walking down the street with his wife, Anton, and say, man, your bitch stink.
Yeah, because you talk about his woman, my nigga. Like, yeah, nigga, keep that. Nigga, if you talking about me, it's a whole different thing. You can't talk about people who ain't got shit to do with this. Nigga, it's between you and me. That's a whole different thing. Nigga, you talking about family, you talking about the lady, you talking about anybody outside of that. Hey, bro, we got an issue because the issue is supposed to be between you and me. If you say something to me, nigga, it don't mean shit. Like, oh, all right, bro, whatever. Why you getting triggered off of it? Why you getting triggered off of that? See, that's why you moving the goalpost. You talking about somebody saying something about your chick. That's a whole different conversation you having now.
I'll be like, hey, of course, by me being older, the last thing I want is drama in the streets. But what I'm saying is, you can't disrespect men face to face. You can do it online because it's easy to do it online.
No, see, that's what we disagree.
Okay, I want to hear this.
That's what we disagree because you got to keep the same. You can't pick and choose when you can disrespect somebody and when you can't disrespect somebody, and then pick and choose when you're going to react to somebody disrespecting you. You're wrong, bro. You wrong as two left shoes. You're wrong, bro. I fuck with you because you are one of the most disrespectful, and stand on that shit.
But I want to understand what you're saying. Wait. When you say you can't disrespect people, what makes you explain that to me?
You got to keep the same energy across the board.
I don't understand.
You can't say I'm a disrespect you online, but then you can't do nothing in person.
Well, trust me. I'm not saying what you're wrong about. But listen, talking to somebody in person is different than talking to somebody online. And if I'm so disrespectful, what do I do to be disrespectful online? Because you said I'm disrespectful online.
You just
I would like to know.
Say out of your own mouth that you will be disrespectful online.
Yes, you did. You just said disrespectful online.
You said you can disrespect. It's different if you disrespect somebody online versus doing it in real life.
No, I didn't say what I would do.
How is it different?
I said if somebody in the chat room is saying something disrespectful about me, I don't hold that against them because they're.
What about when you're talking about real people?
What do you mean?
If you comment on somebody and you give your opinion on real people.
He lost him.
I don't want to go back and forth. I'm trying to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Do you
I understand what you're saying.
Whatever I say online, giving an opinion of something is different than if I said disrespect.
How can you determine whether or not somebody feels disrespected?
Well, feelings is one thing, man.
You felt some type of way?
Yeah, because ain't nobody finna stand in front of my face and talk to me like they on my level when it comes to homosexuality. Like that'll start a war. That'll start a war.
We can agree to disagree. I think you're wrong, bro. I think I personally, I'm telling you directly, you're hypocritical.
Okay, well you can say that. I don't think I'm gonna win that argument with you now. But what I am saying to you, Anton, is when you are talking to men face to face, trust me when I tell you this, man, it's different than online. Face to face.
Person in real life as I am. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. When anybody listen, I go city to city. I'm not an online nigga, bro. Like I create content online, but I really am out in every single city. I done visited almost every single state. I have real meetups in real life. I shake hands. I kick it with people in real life, and I go out there and kick it with the people. I'm not different online than I am in real life. People may think that because they may have never met me in real life, but I keep the same energy. I reciprocate. Or I'm willing to walk away unless...
Yeah, for sure.
We're just gonna figure it out from there. But the fact of the matter is, I don't switch up.
See, I'm not
going to talk about you online. Hold on. I'm not going to talk about you online. And then when I see you in real life, I'm going to be like, man, you know I'm just playing. I'm not that type of nigga.
Yeah,
either I fuck with you or I don't.
But see, that's just one scenario, Anton. What I'm saying to you is this. Just leave what I'm saying to you. I ain't saying it to offset what you just said. I'm trying to talk to you, man.
And I'm not a tough guy either.
I'm not either.
I'm not a tough guy.
I'm not a tough guy. I don't even want to portray like I'm a tough guy. But what I'm saying is, when men stand between each other, there is energy that is being transferred. And trust me, when men disrespect each other face to face, motherfuckers can die.
I agree.
That's why when I'm talking to a man, especially face to face, I try to make sure I don't go over the line. And if I ever go over the line, I can apologize.
What I'm saying. I understand what you're saying and I agree. Right. Why is it only face to face? That's what we disagree.
Well, anything I said, I will say in the face of a man that I said it about.
All right, well,
I don't go there to try to I don't have to shock jock, even though that's something that people say easily. Oh, he's shock jocking. No. Anything I've said about anybody, I will say right to them if they stand in front of me. And I would like for somebody.
So here's my thing though. Okay, you don't do it for shock jock, right? You gonna talk your talk the way that you talk, Corey. Cool. We got it. But here's the problem though. You can't sit out here and dish this shit out and then not expect a nigga not to say some shit back to you, bro. That's the issue. That's the confusion right there, bro. That's where the friction lies. You say some off the wall shit, but then when the nigga meet you with the same energy, you want to get upset. You take that shit to a whole new level for no fucking reason. You supposed to be the comedian, my G. You supposed to be the comedian. This is your show, so you should understand. You should already understand and listen, man. I know what type of dude I am. I know I be saying some wild shit sometimes. So I gotta understand that if I do say some crazy shit, I gotta be willing to take that shit too, because not everybody's gonna sit back and just not say nothing. Some niggas gonna say, some niggas gonna clap back at me. And you gotta be willing to take that shit. And you can't tell a nigga what he deemed as disrespectful or not. That's the problem. That's the point that you missing, bro. You trying to go all across the board and, oh, nigga, see, when two men stand face to face and there's this energy between the two. Fuck all of that. If you gonna talk crazy, you gotta expect the nigga to talk crazy back to you, and you gotta be okay with that. And if you ain't okay with that, you gotta stop talking crazy then. Simple as that, bro. It's not rocket science. The shit ain't hard. You up here talking about what a man would do. Listen, bro, a man will understand this shit. He will understand. If you a real man and you understand the first, listen, bro, I can say some wild shit and I know this shit can go left if I say something crazy. So I'm going to do my best to hold frame and they understand who I am. I'm going to dish some shit out, but I can't get upset or I can't feel some type of way if that nigga say something back to me, bro. I got to let that shit roll off the fucking shoulders. I'm going to let that shit roll off the shoulders, my G. And we keep going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. You bugging. You bugging. You bugging. But as a black man, I would never tell another black man that he's sucking. Man, it don't matter. It don't matter. You keep talking about as a black man, nigga. You shouldn't tell that to no man. Cross the board. It ain't about it as a black man, as a black man. No, as a man, you shouldn't say that to nobody. But however, you got to understand too, you can't dish shit out either. You can't tell somebody how to respond to you, bro. If you tell me I'm kissing ass for the white man, you can't tell me how to fucking respond to you. You can. Because I can deem you telling me I'm an ass kisser for a man. That's still the same thing. That can be looked at as the same thing as you saying sucking D, bro. That's the point that y'all ain't understand. That's the point that y'all aren't comprehending. That's what you're not comprehending. You can't tell me what the deem as disrespect. So I can look at that as disrespectful. And I can come back at you with some harder. Pause. Anton sucks and is a loser. Corey is a loser that sucks. What are you talking about, April? What are you talking about? What is the thing, April, that makes both of these men suck? Because he's clearly telling you that he doesn't suck. Now here's the thing. If they were to come at you and say some wild shit about you, they go in on you. You can't be upset about that. That's all I'm gonna say. You don't know these men. You haven't hung out with them. Y'all see, that's the problem. That's the problem with y'all now. Y'all get so caught up on social media shit, you don't even know people in real life. Y'all just be saying wild shit. You just say shit. Anton sucks is in the loser, and Corey is also a loser that sucks. You don't know these men personally. You don't know what they got going on. They can say the same shit about you. They can say that April is a loser. She everything under the sun, but a child of God. They can call you a 304. They can call you a backbender. They can call you a night walker. They can call you everything. You just saying shit because you may not like their point of view or the things that they say. Cool. That's y'all problem. Oh, I don't like it. They suck because I don't agree with the things that they say about certain people. Grow up.
Like, to research the internet on things I've said and show me that I wouldn't say something to somebody if they were standing there. The only thing I said I wouldn't say to somebody if they were standing there, because I saw Charles Barkley in the airport one day. And I realized how big he was when I saw him in the airport. Now, I've said things about Charles Barkley. If he was standing in front of me and he said, say that shit now, I'd be like, I ain't gonna lie.
That's why you can't say shit, bro.
We gotta do a part 2. Because we ain't talked about none of this shit that we supposed to talk about.
That's why we can't say dick sucking in front of each other, bro.
This nigga keep going. This nigga keep going. He's so insufferable, my God. Your cuffs are.
Yeah, I'm still boring because I don't live a life of getting into it.
I said, what? He's so insufferable, my God. Your cuffs are fine. Stop trying to be Kevin. Who's trying to be Kevin Samuels? Do I got a suit and tie on? Okay. I don't know if you talk. I'm sorry. You might not be talking about me. You might be talking about hell. Even if you're talking about them two, where are they trying to be Kevin Samuels at? That man don't wear a suit and tie. Corey don't wear a suit and tie. Anton don't wear a suit and tie. What are you talking about? Who's trying to be Kevin Samuels? Nobody. Listen, I need y'all to understand something. Can't nobody be Kevin Samuels but Kevin Samuels. Can't nobody be Corey Holcomb but Corey Holcomb. Can't nobody be Anton Daniels but Anton Daniels. Lying liar with incorrect information. Who are you talking about? What incorrect information? What are you talking about? You know what, April? Because you saying wild shit, you got to put something in the super chat. I'm about to start putting the tariff on y'all. Y'all just be saying wild shit. I'm about to start putting the tariff on y'all. If you gonna say some wild shit, you gotta put it in the super chat.
With people, I really don't.
No, Corey, you pick on people that you think they change response.
Give me an example.
Cam Newton.
Corey, you pick your targets. based off of what you think they ain't gonna do. And that's why you feel comfortable saying some of the wild shit that you say online.
But I asked you this, I'm gonna ask you again.
I'm not gonna say
give me an example.
No, I'm not gonna say my name.
You can't give an example.
No, I can. But please, because I don't want to implement nobody into this that that'll be bad. That's not a good thing.
Do you understand by you saying that?
I like to speak from my own perspective.
It sounds like babble.
But you know it's not babble. It's real, and you know it's real. That's why you're laughing.
I'm laughing at you because you didn't. I had to ask you twice so far.
You pick your targets carefully,
and I said, "Give me an example."
You pick your targets carefully, very carefully.
So you can't give me an example
because
that's the third time.
I'll give you an example. Okay. You tiptoed around Dave Chappelle.
You talking about the last time I said something about him?
You tiptoed around Dave.
I did it.
You tiptoed like a ballerina.
But what did I tiptoe about?
You would not have did that shit on a regular motherfucker. You know that Dave Chappelle's last Netflix special was not it.
And I tiptoed around it.
And you tiptoed around it because you didn't want the smoke. I did. Overall. And so you pick and choose your targets carefully.
You say I didn't want the smoke.
No, because you didn't want the backlash.
Okay, but look, let me say this because you brought it up. I did tiptoe around how I really feel with the last special. Because I'm not gonna lie. It's everything that I said the time before when I spoke about it. Hot trash. Jokes. In the future, when people watch it, they don't know him like we know him now in this culture. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" I give you that.
I agree. That last special Dave Chappelle had, that shit was garbage. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit was trash. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I watched the full thing. I think I maybe laughed, and mind you, it wasn't a stomach wrench. It wasn't a stomach gut punching laugh. It was just, wow, that is crazy. It was one of them. It wasn't one of them. Ha! Hell no, that nigga crazy hell, boy. Shit, that nigga funny. It wasn't one of them. Nowhere in the special did I laugh like that. I never thought he was funny. I'm gonna be 110% honest with you. And I'm a person, I like dark humor. I like goofy shit. It was not funny to me at all.
I did tiptoe around his special. And you know what? And I can live with that. But what else? I ain't trying to think of nothing else.
You ain't watched it yet, Miranda?
You found love, darling.
Miranda, get ready. Listen, Miranda, get ready. I'm telling you, I don't know what your radar is like in regards to what humor is, but just from my personal opinion, trash. It's trash. Get ready to not laugh. That's all I'm gonna say.
I love you, Darlene. I love Craig. They will not call you out on your bullshit and challenge you.
Now you trying to turn.
No. You asked me for the feedback.
Ooh.
You know what? No, I don't want to do that. Then you said, okay, well, Anton, go ahead and keep on naming names and let's get to it. Okay, well, let's get to it then, if that's what you want to do.
Well, how about this? Can I
because Darlene is real chill, and she not gonna cause no friction. And Craig is happy to be here.
Okay, so
Craig Schmidt. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Craig Schmidt funny though. Craig Schmidt funny as hell. Ooh, damn, he brought him into the. That's gonna cause some friction right there.
Give a fuck because I'm rich too, so I'm cool. I got my own movement, I got my own motion, so I can tell you the truth. And I think that you also surround yourself with people that will not challenge you because you big dog to me. You big bro.
Okay, so let me say this since you brought up Darlene and Craig. Let me say this. You don't know our relationship.
Know what
I'm doing more teaching on some real street level shit than I thought I would have had to do. But listen to me, Anton. You don't know me and her relationship. I'm listening. Maybe the reason you don't get the results you want from her is because there's a certain level of respect that comes.
But Ralph, I don't think he's funny at all. I never thought he was
That's
funny.
what I'm saying. You don't know, brother. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about you.
I'm being honest with you. Even in the Dave Chappelle show, there are some iconic moments in the Dave Chappelle show, but I never thought it was hella funny. I'm being 110% honest. I never thought the whole Dave Chappelle show was funny. There are some iconic moments. There are some moments I'm like, that nigga crazy, you know what I'm saying? Cold-blooded, all of that. But I never thought it was gut-wrenching funny. I never thought it was a knee slapper, you know what I'm saying?
You know, her, I'm not talking about you talking about her. I'm talking about when there's certain subjects that come up on your show.
But yeah, he do get to a bag though. That's for sure.
Man, come on.
I'm just saying.
Sometimes you get bullshit. Nobody calls you out.
Now I'm trying to teach you, but I don't think you catch me. Okay, you don't know my relationship with this woman. You don't know. So when you see it online and speak on what you see online, you can't really speak from factual things that are happening in the world, Anton. That's what I'm saying. So, and with Craig, I don't know why motherfuckers say Craig don't have a backbone around me. Because one thing I say that Craig beat most motherfuckers' ass I know.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. He exposed this nigga Anton up in here doing some surgical work with this whole situation, bro. He out here dissecting the entire platform, telling them like, listen, bro, you surround yourself around people who ain't gonna say shit to you because you big dog. You know what I'm saying? You got some yes men over here. You got Darlene over here. She ain't gonna say nothing to you because she's so sweet. She's a sweetheart. She ain't gonna say nothing to you. You got your boy Craig Schmidt. It's the fact that he just chill. He just big chill. He just kicking it. He ain't doing too much. That's it. He's like, so you ain't got nobody around you that's really gonna hold you accountable. It's gonna call you out on your bullshit and really let you know what it is from a brother's perspective.
I see motherfuckers don't be fighting, Craig. I see motherfuckers don't run up on
Yeah,
with that bullshit quick. The motherfuckers watch me ran up on Craig way bigger than Craig. So the obvious needs to be said because I believe that there's a lot of people who don't know the obvious, and I can't teach you that in an episode. But I'm saying, like, if you ever see me around any woman, Anton, if you see me around any woman, trust me, dude's been paid, homie. And I can't see it no other way better than that. Dude's been paid. That might not be something you will catch. I'm saying this for the streets. Dude's been paid, homie.
Yeah, facts. Facts, raw.
Trust me. I don't be around just anybody. I can't let any type of woman just come with me and be connected to me in no way. I don't like that. If you around me, it's a reason you around me. And I'm saying, like, I don't know if I can graduate you to that next level of the conversation. And it ain't no disrespect to you. But I'm saying, like, you see somebody around me, I ain't just got anybody around me. Dude's been paid, homie. That's what I'm saying. And I ain't saying it tough either. I'm just trying to say it in a way where I hope you can understand. Yeah. So anybody around me, dudes been paid. I don't let anybody around me. If you around me and dudes ain't been paid, I'm trying to get away from you because I don't know you. And ain't no dudes been paid, so I don't know you. I don't know you.
And we spoke right before the show.
Question for Anton.
What happened?
No, I'm not talking about. You get me? Okay.
Oh. But in my case too, whenever I choose to speak up or challenge someone on anything or talk with that on the
Let me ask you a question. So do you think Anton really listened to his crew when they get at him, or do he big dog them too? Well, here's the thing. When you tapped into him, you can tell. You can tell what's actually going on. Yeah. He does it during the Millionaire Morning Show. There's Carrie that calls in like, hey, Anton, you doing a little too much. He's like, all right, my bad, Carrie. So I do believe that. They call him out when he doing a little too much on Molly. When he be caping for Molly and the rest of the women. Yeah, they call him out on the shit. So just because, but here's the thing though. when you are the main operator of everything, when you are the owner of everything, just because people have an input, that don't necessarily mean that you're gonna implement what they said, but you're gonna take it into consideration. You're gonna really weigh the options. Like, okay, I'm hearing what you're saying, I'm taking in what you're saying, and I'm gonna see if what you're saying actually can be implemented into what we got going on right now. But if it can't, it's like, we ain't gonna do that. But if it's not conducive to what we got going on, I'm gonna tell you no, we're gonna scratch that off the list. If it is conducive and I think it's gonna help us catapult forward, then yeah, I'm gonna listen to you. And I'm gonna implement what you said. Just because you have an input, that don't necessarily mean it has to be implemented. But the fact that you have a voice and you're able to speak out and you're able to speak up and say some shit, and that person actually listens and takes it into consideration and actually find ways to try to implement it, then that actually lets you know how good of a leader you actually are. You know what I'm saying? So
I will keep delving into it because I don't see the point. Because I know at a certain point with men like your age, there's not going to be any change. So why? I don't even bother you. I just, I say, I don't like that. I don't like that. And then if they want to, I'm not for it.
I'm with you.
That's it. I just don't like. I don't do that. I got way more important fish to fry. And I thought, I'm not going to change as much as my own stuff. So I just don't.
But another thing about the ladies, since we're talking about this, see, whenever I see a woman with a man, most of the time, if it ain't your wife, I already say to myself, what is this fuck shit? Why is this motherfucker in the streets with you? That's how I feel about life. So I'm saying, like, that might be a prejudice that I have. I can admit, if a woman is in the streets with a man, what is this?
Why? Why do you care? What does that mean?
It's not that I care at all, because it's not my business. But I'm saying, like, if a man stepped to me with a woman and it ain't his wife, all I do is say to myself,
you mean like checking you?
Not checking me, brother. I'm saying, like, if a man has a woman with him, right? And you know what I'm saying, it's not his wife.
Okay, so I ain't tripping. So Ralph, I'm not tripping, right? You see why I looked at the camera like that, right? I ain't tripping, right? That's a shot. That's a shot.
Don't know what the fuck that is, and I don't want nothing to do with it. That's all across the board as I've gotten older and wiser. Like, if a man got a woman with him and he say, hey, hold on, man, how you doing? This is my lady, so-and-so, so-and-so. It makes me say, okay, this is his lady. That's what that is. But I'm saying, like, if a man is in the streets with a woman, sitting next to a woman, and all like this, whatever, and this bitch ain't been explained, I'm like, hold on, what the fuck is this type of shit? Especially if it's imposed in any way. That's what I'm saying, G. And I know you know what I'm talking about, because you ain't gonna act like you ain't smart. You smart than a motherfucker.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
Somebody introduced him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this nigga. This nigga throwing salt, bro. This nigga throwing salt. Because we already understand what's going on. Listen, we gonna come back to it. We gonna come back to it. I don't want to get, for the people who hadn't seen what happened yet, we gonna come back to it.
There's people in the chat say, what is Corey talking about? All the uninitiated don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm uninitiated.
Especially if I know that person.
That's how I believe it.
This is what I know. This is what I am.
So all right, so I guess I can go ahead and explain it to you. So Anton has a wife, right? Has a wife. She already is on. She already understands what the fuck is going on. So the chick that Anton has with him is Mika. She has her own podcast on YouTube. So the actual point was for him to bring Mika onto the show 5150 to promote her show, to let everybody know, hey, go check out Mika shit. This her boom, 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 boom. But see what Corey's doing He's trying to play the game raw. He's throwing salt, throwing shade, trying to make it seem as if he on some backdoor shit, trying to backdoor his wife, but his wife is already up on game. She already know what the fuck is going on. But he trying to put that shit, he pillow talking right now. That's some sucker shit. He pillow talking right now, and he don't even know what the fuck is going on. That's what's going on. But again, it's gonna come up later.
I admit that I am a C student.
And what?
In life and everything. And school and everything. I'm a C student. So the way I like to do it is I like for people to break it down to me like a C student. Help me to understand like I'm barely graduating. Break it down to me like a little child. The way that you would talk to a child.
Like a second grader. You know what I'm saying?
And it's easier for me to digest.
I like that you said that. But see, I'm at a stage of the game. I ain't got time to talk to kids.
Why not?
I don't got time to talk to kids. My kids grown. And I'm saying, like, if they ask me to go to the school and speak to the children, I would tell the children to do what's right. Because I know that's what they're supposed to do. I'll be like, listen, do what's right. Whenever you get that feeling like you're doing something wrong, then, step back and do what's right. That's what I would tell kids. That way I would be a
boy, that's so surface level. Don't nobody know what the hell you talking about, boy.
No. This is what's right. Let me tell you what my translation is. This is my translation. I don't want to substantiate my argument. I don't want to break it down to where you'll actually understand it, because you may be able to break down what it is that I'm saying. So I choose to only speak in riddles, and I also want to speak in parables, because then I can say, well, if you don't know, you don't know. You don't get it. I might get it. I might know exactly.
Because that's why a lot of people say when people don't know how to explain themselves, or they really don't know how to break shit down, they'll say, well, if you know, you know. Nah, nigga, I don't know, so tell me. Well, shit, I guess you just missed it then. Nah, nigga, tell me what I mean. I want to know exactly what it is that you said so I can understand fully exactly what you say.
What you're talking about. But I might act like I don't know what you're talking about because I want you to substantiate your argument.
Facts.
So that's what I stand on. But that's why I say break it down to me like a C student, so that I can truly understand exactly what you're talking about. So that we all can understand it, because we all may need to learn something.
Right. So look, what you said, you said you don't, but what you said in there, that was a key word. You act like you don't know. And I know you act like you don't know, brother.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You just said it. Believe me. Feel silly. He said, really trying to, look, it was an intense moment in here, Anton, and we trying to make it where it is professional. We trying to make it where it ain't what everybody said might be or whatever the fuck. Because I ain't with all that. I ain't got to go to war with no man who visited our show and probably didn't understand one thing, how I was thinking, and I probably didn't understand one thing, how he was thinking.
Corey not gonna have me back on the show, y'all.
You funny, man. You
not gonna
funny.
have me back on the show.
If I wasn't gonna have you back on the show, I wouldn't shook your hand. I hope you believe it. When I caught myself,
He said, "What the snow bunnies at?"
You know what I'm doing now, Phil?
They out here somewhere, bro.
I'm gonna get me back on the show. But it ain't working by saying that he's not going, because it ain't gonna work like that. But I'm saying, Corey don't like this, dog. He don't like this.
Corey don't like it. Why are you talking to that man over there?
Because I gotta talk to Phil. I'm talking to Corey through Phil. You know what I'm saying? You know. Here's the thing.
Games when niggas get into fights. I'm telling you, this is how it jump off.
Corey not gonna have me back on the show because Corey is not having fun. This is gonna be one of Corey's best shows, but he's not having fun with it. And Corey,
I ain't gonna hold you. He wasn't lying. Everybody reacting to this shit. Everybody and they mama is talking about this shit that's popped off. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. This is not me glazing. This ain't me doing nothing, bro. This nigga is a genius. He understands what he doing. He been doing his fucking homework, dog. He know. Got to call it for what it is. That's why he's where he's at right now.
a feeling. I'm more of a results-driven guy. Corey seems to be the type of person that goes off of how he feels.
If you notice, I'm doing a lot of explaining to you about how the line can be crossed, but you're doing a lot of telling me what I am. I think that's homosexual behavior.
Corey seems to be meaning that I'm leaving open the door to get corrected. I want him to correct me if I'm wrong, but I still want the freedom to be able to get my opinion. So you don't want me to get my
You
thoughts?
can have freedom, brother. Like trying to take freedom from you.
No. I'm starting to feel some type of way, bro, because why is everything homosexual?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like,
When
I'm
did this
trying to
conversation
explain.
turn into homosexuality again?
Okay, I'm gonna let you land. Because I don't want to talk over you.
I'm trying to understand it. Why is everything gay?
I can explain it.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe look, I'm not saying that you gay. But what I'm saying is, if you looking at another man and you say you talking to me through another man, if I'm a man, I'm gonna say, well, I'm right here.
But you're not getting it.
You still talk about me, homie. This is a gay conversation.
It's not.
I don't. When you talking to men who play in riddles and stuff like that, I'm telling
You always talking in riddles.
you ain't never been to jail, have you?
I ain't never been to jail.
I could tell.
You been to jail?
Nope.
So what the fuck that mean?
What the fuck? Corey, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? This some ignorant nigga shit, bro. This is exactly what it is. Corey talk like an ignorant nigga, bro. He talks like an ignorant nigga. I can tell you never been to jail, huh? I can tell you never been to jail. Yeah, nah, I ain't never been to jail. Have you been to jail? No. So what the fuck was the point of you saying that then? Dog. What's the point of you saying that then? What's the point of you ask this man, has he been to jail before? As if you were gonna sit here and rebuttal with, yeah, I've been to jail, so I understand what that shit talking about. Nigga, you ain't never been to jail, so why the fuck you bring?
I'm just saying, like, if you went to jail, they would have to start you over from scratch.
What would they do to you?
The people who
I'll be the tough.
No. Just let me land with this.
Yeah, you see, like he ruffled him, huh?
Perspective, nigga, I'm not a jailbird. I'm never going to jail.
I see what you can't say you'll never do, but I'm saying
never going to jail, bro.
Okay.
I don't even like the type of energy.
I'm just trying to make a point. Anton. What I'm saying is, I have been around enough people who have been institutionalized where I know how to carry myself around men who not finna play with you. That's all.
So basically, you've been around niggas who are emotional as hell and they pop off at anything. So therefore, that's basically what you're saying. So you ain't been around niggas who are stable men, who are emotionally intelligent, who are emotionally stable. So that way, if you say something to them, they don't take it to heart. They don't take it personally. They just like, oh shit, I just let that shit roll off my shoulder because that shit really don't affect me because my life ain't like that. And it really ain't got nothing to do with me and my life. So whatever the fuck you just said and it went over my head. So that's what you telling me. You deal with some emotional ass niggas in your life. That's what that tells me. Got it.
All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't hang around niggas that been to jail, so I saw
Facts.
The way you saw for it is a little bit different than the way I saw.
Facts.
So I choose not to hang around niggas that's been institutionalized.
Facts.
That had to carry themselves a certain way because they made a decision that they wasn't supposed to.
And you know, it shows that you've been around people that ain't seen the other side of the game. Because some of the smartest men I know they've been to college and gave that time up. And it was actually a learning process. And
yeah, and we also on the other side too have seen niggas who've never been to jail for who made the right decision, who are smart as fuck too. So the truth is true on both sides. I hear you. But just because you see a few motherfuckers on this side that whose life got altered because they had to go sit down for a fucking few years. Now all of a sudden it's, oh well, I've seen a couple of niggas. Yeah, Wallow's one of them cats. He had to go sit down for a minute, but he came out and he turned his life around. Not many dudes are doing that. He's a 0.001% of dudes who do that. There are a lot of cats who had to go sit down and they come out they smart because they ain't got nothing but fucking time. There's the other cat who went to jail too. Now he teaching everybody about stocks because he learned about stocks in jail. Yeah, there are some people who are like that, but again, I'm not finna put myself around them unless it's meant for me to be around them and for me to learn from them. Other than that, if I don't need to be around them to learn from them, I'm not going to be around them. What are you talking about? I'm not finna make it my duty to be around this person. Like, oh yeah, I'm finna go hang out with these niggas over here because they've been institutionalized. They were able to sit down and read, so therefore they smart, bro. They had to figure the shit out, so they read. You know what I'm saying? They real smart. No. I know people over here who ain't never been to jail before. They just as smart or smarter. So I'll go over here, bro.
But they still got to stand 10 toes down when they out here, Anton. I don't believe that you tried to disrespect me now that I've been talking to you. I don't believe that. I believe that you are the way you are. I am the way I am. And it can clash if people are not educated on how to be around each other, because men can go to war over misunderstanding.
He's throwing an intellectual shot.
What am I doing?
So without saying it, he's basically saying, oh, you from a different space, so you don't get the way that we move
over here or anywhere in the United States of America, and that's not a black thing. I'm talking about Caucasians, Hispanics, and Asians. Understand the respect level men must have when they're in front of each other, because it can trigger war. That's all I'm saying to you.
I understand everything that happens when I'm I'm a chess player. That's what I've been playing my entire life. Maybe you walked into something that you wasn't expecting. Maybe I knew what you was gonna do before you did it.
Maybe. But I tell you what.
Which comes back to what I said again. I'm gonna continue to keep saying it. Anton prefaced it earlier within this interview, well, within this whole podcast. He said it. I've been studying you. He didn't catch it, and I still don't think he grasped it.
That's a dangerous game to play, especially if you got a life that you live in. Because I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of people in the cemetery that didn't know it was going to happen like that.
Oh, God.
That's here. I try to walk under the code. There's a code out here.
No, you don't. And that's why I said,
I don't walk under the code?
No, you're hypocritical. I told you that to your face.
I'm a hypocrite, but what are you talking about?
You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite when it comes to specifically you moving by a code.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you
understand.
You can say what you want to say when you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move. But I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied, because here's the.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's what I'm saying. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? You spend time behind the wall. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no disrespect to you. But I'm saying though, I'm not finna go out and search for it. He's championing the shit. Well, shit, I hang out with these dudes because they understand what it means to be behind the wall, and they smart about it because they tell you what it is that, you know what I'm saying, what's the shit that what's disrespectful, what's not. No. A lot of them cats that went to jail in the first fucking place is because they did some shit off some emotional shit. Not all, but a lot of them. They did some shit. Now they still sitting behind. The wall because of an emotional decision that they made.
True. Brother Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
I like this chat. Let me tell y'all why I like the chat.
Everything but himself
and
white men.
No, listen. I told you I want to come back and have a full conversation. Or we can talk about it right now. I ain't got nothing better to do.
Study this episode.
Shout out to
shit on Caucasian males.
Shout out to the
shit on
I'm
himself.
not gonna shit on nobody.
Yeah, you shitted on black people. You shitted on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you. To your face.
You shitting on me because I feel like you're talking shit again.
I'm not talking shit. I'm telling you.
You shitted on me to my face, but that shit will lead to some danger.
Will we please stop the
trust me.
The tough talk. I got security, you got security.
Homie, I ain't got security. They're my people.
Cool. Them your
You
security.
gotta hire a motherfucker to be with you.
Absolutely. I'm always gonna have to hire somebody.
You
For sure, Bazon.
You be talking.
Stop talking tough. Stop talking.
Homie, you just said that I'm not talking tough. I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so?
You said you disrespected me in my face. And then you act like it was all good.
I disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I'm telling you that I disrespected you, if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologize when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected me in my face.
You don't accept the apology because you still
talk about everybody else except yourself and like me.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing the conversation that happened. Why are you so easily offended? We just
talking about me. It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right.
I'll be around bitches and they tell.
And he's still saying wild shit. I feel like I'm arguing with a bitch, sir. But you got the audacity to get offended because a nigga said that. Oh, you sucking dick for the black people. So it's okay. It's okay for you to say whatever the fuck you want to say. It's okay for you to say whatever it is that you want to say. But can't nobody say shit about Corey Holcomb. That got it. I get it. You can say whatever you want. As long as you're on your platform, you can say whatever you want. You can get as disrespectful as you want to get. But can't nobody say nothing back to you remotely close to what you said to them. They just got to take that shit to the chin and keep it pushing. I got it now. Got it.
About myself all the time. Be gone. No. That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way. Because I just proved my point. Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man. You gone. You didn't just be here. Get your bitch ass. Hey, homie, get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch. I got shit to do. Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on.
Man, that's some whole shit. So now that we're here now, Miranda, if you're still in here, this is what we were talking about. So he was out here throwing salt. So it's basically almost like pillow talking, right? He out here throwing shade without saying shit. Oh yeah, but see, because the thing about me, dog. So he was being sly the whole fucking time. He thought he was slick, but people are already up on game. He out here throwing shots. And so, see, that's the thing I don't like about certain niggas. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand about, you know, when you're around certain men, you know what I'm saying? They got certain people and certain women around them, bro, and they don't tell you about this chick. You know what I'm saying? It kind of rubbed me the wrong way type shit. Bro, you out here throwing shots the entire fucking time, bro. And then you out here playing the victim. You get to say whatever the fuck you want to say, but can't nobody say shit to you, bro. That's real hoe shit. That's real hoe behavior. That's real bitter baby mama, bitter woman, feminist behavior that you talking right now, dog. That's that shit that we talk about. That's that shit. And you trying to pull this whole, because real man, see what a real man, and here's another thing about me, bro. A real man ain't got to tell you he a real fucking man. A real man's gonna move like a real fucking man, bro. He gotta continue to keep telling you, see, a real man gonna do this. He just operate like that, dog. He just operate. He don't have to self-proclaim. He just move like that. He just operate like that. Everybody already see it. They already know. They already feel the energy when he walk through the room. And this is whole behavior that you got going on right now, Corey. Real talk, bro. And don't bring your bitch over here. Don't do none of that. Fuck are you talking about? You don't know what they say. You don't know what they got going on. You don't know what that situation is. You don't know if he talked to his wife about it or not. You just saying you out here out nigga shit because you emotional. Nigga, that's an emotional move, nigga. And you out here talking about, oh, I hang around these jailbirds. You know what I'm saying? Cause they teach me what a real man is. A real man ain't gonna do that shit. Nigga, that's a man code, bro. It ain't your business what they got going on. It ain't your fucking business. If you was gonna try to hold him accountable, nigga, call him after like, hey, bro, what was up with old shorty? And then he would have elaborated and told you what that situation was. But because you was moving like a hoe, You exposed yourself, dog. That's what happened. Hey, if he saved your life, that's cool. Hey, that's it. I'm not saying that he didn't save your life. I'm not saying that y'all look up to him, whatever the case may be. But I'm talking about in this specific situation, in this situation right here, this entire situation, this entire podcast interview, he been moving like a hoe, dog. Constantly talking about gay shit, constantly keep trying to refer to something being gay, but he's the one that's operating in that same energy. Getting offended because he dishing shit out, but then when somebody dish it back to him, he get upset. Oh, bro, know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I said you kiss ass, but you can't tell me that I saw it for the black people. What you mean? But yeah, you out here throwing shots, trying to play dumb, trying to call this man out on the public podcast. That's whole shit, bro. No, you're right. He's not God. You're right. He's a comedian. He's not God. But guess what he's not doing? He's not operating like a comedian either, though. He ain't said shit funny this whole time. How are they suspect? How are both suspect? I wouldn't even say Corey's suspect. But I'm saying that the energy that he's moving in right now is whole behavior. I'm not going to sit here and call this man and say he a part of the ABC community. I'm not going to sit here and say that. I'm not gonna call it suspect either, but what I am telling you what exactly what he's doing. He's moving like a hoe right now. That's what he's doing. But I'm not gonna say that he's a part of the ABC community. That's not what I'm gonna say. But he's being very emotional, and it's very telling of the type of people that he got around him. And I'm not saying that they're a part of the ABC community, but you can tell he hangs around emotional people. He said he hangs with a lot of people that came out of prison. Yeah, they might be smart, but I guarantee the reason they got them in jail in the first place is because they operate off of emotions. They don't stand in their square. No, men are not very emotional. There are some men who are emotional, but no, men in general are not emotional. Let's not do that, Vega woman. They are not. Now, men speaking passion, yes, but there's a difference between the two. Speaking in passion versus speaking emotionally. What he's doing, he's trying to out this man. That's an emotional behavior. That's something a woman would do. Because she felt some type of way. Because she got triggered. That's something a woman would do. That's an emotional behavior, but men in general are not emotional. Men in general are not emotional beings. They're not unstable. Yeah, you're right. Passion is an emotion, but it's not unstable. Men are not unstable creatures. Men are very stable. Majority of men, yeah, there are some men who are unstable, but majority of men are stable individuals. That's why y'all always, oh, I need you to express your feelings. Be more open with me. Why you think a lot of women out here complaining about men not being emotionally available? Because men aren't emotional like that. Y'all are. So don't take this situation based off of what this one man did and try to put a blanket statement over all men. All men are not emotional. Most men are nonchalant. They chill. They lay the fuck back. They really ain't giving you emotion that you want because they're emotionally stable. The most emotional men are the ones who were raised by single moms, if you really want to get into it. And the reason that they are emotional like that because who do they get to learn from? They learn from their mom, who is emotionally unstable. If you really want to get down to the nuts and bolts of it.
Remember I told you that.
Lies my ass, King T. Lies my ass.
You got a bitch with you, explain the bitch.
Look at that. He sound like a bit of everybody. You got a bitch with you, explain the bitch. Sound like a female.
Don't answer to be on my show, nigga. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch, nigga. Now get your whole ass the fuck on and pay for your pussy like you got to.
Look at him talking tough shit. Stop talking tough, nigga. You had your opportunity to do it. You ain't do shit. Don't continue to keep talking shit when the nigga walk off now. Now you want to talk tough. I don't want to hear that shit. Don't nobody else give a fuck. Don't nobody believe what the fuck you talking about. Nigga, you sound like Smokey on Friday. I be quiet, but when he leave, I'll be talking again. Shut up, man. Stop talking, bro. Move on, bro. Move on. Cause now you bugging.
Fake ass nigga.
Now he talking tough.
Go get you a bodyguard because the nigga be slap the shit out your bitch.
Go get you a bodyguard because the nigga been slapped the shit out you. Nigga, didn't you sit right in front of him? You had the opportunity to smack him. You had the opportunity. You didn't. So all that tough talk, nigga, throw that shit out the window. Don't nobody believe you, bro. That's over with. That shit's out the window. That tough talk shit out the window. That nigga long gone. He done walked out. He ain't stunned you no more. He done got you some more visibility. It is what it is, bro. Take that W and that L and get the fuck on. Threatening acts violence against his brother. Man, listen, bro. That's why I'm be up here calling me, look, my brother. That's why I don't say none of that shit. Look, brother. Man, get out of here. Just because we the same skin tone don't mean you my brother. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yeah. I got shit to do. I ain't gonna follow that nigga out the door. I am who I say I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you not. No, you not. You just got exposed publicly, my nigga. All of that shit after the situation where you had the opportunity to do something, you didn't do it. You didn't stand on business. You got called out. Now you out here being emotional like a woman. Who's your bitch, nigga? Who's your bitch? You out here throwing shots before it got to this point. Bro, cut it. Cut the theatrics, bro. Cut the theatrics. Cut the theatrics. Nobody want to hear that shit. Fuck on.
Who the next motherfucker to come up here? What else?
There's a new word in the dictionary called rage bait, right? So that's what you just witnessed.
Rage bait. Let me tell you something.
New word.
That ain't no new word.
Okay, bet.
Let me tell you something.
New word.
Where I'm from,
Hell nah, he ain't want no.
About sucking dick, nigga. It's on.
And he knows.
I don't know nothing about no niggas saying nothing
Facts.
to no nigga where niggas talk about suck dick and niggas be ready to swing.
Niggas be ready to swing, but you ain't swing shit, nigga.
Out of here, nigga.
This is why I can't stand niggas like this, bro. You still talking shit. And this is, again, this is where, and I get it, you got it, your people gonna ride with you. Your people gonna ride with you. They ain't gonna out you in public like that. But I hope Craig Schmidt, and Dana let that nigga know, like, hey, bro, ain't no reason for you to talk tough no more. You had the opportunity, you didn't do it, you didn't stand on it. So all that shit that you talking about afterwards, you could have cut that. You could have let that shit alone, bro. Because you kept talking. You was sent by this nigga the whole time. You had an opportunity. Now you want to talk shit. Then you try to out this man. Bro, like that's as a friend, you should have said that's some whole shit that you just did. That's whole shit that you just did. But let me move forward real quick. I wanna go to something else real quick. Let me see where we at 2 hours. You said it was at 2 hours, bro? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so hold up. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to, matter of fact, do I want to do that? No, fuck it. Let's do this. Let's go here. Let's go here. 239.21. We can put that in there, and then we'll go here. Let's go here with it. Let's see. You said 2:30. You said it said 2 hours and 33 minutes. Let's see where it's at. Let's see where we at. You said 2 hours and here we go. Oh, he was still talking. All right, here we go. Right here. Last little bit. Let's go right here with it. And remove that. No, I'm trying to see something. Hold on, give me a second. All right, here we go. Boom. All right.
Did they say we back? We back? Oh, okay, shit, nigga. God damn it, we was playing the music. 5150 music. Hey, nigga. Hey, give me that beat. They say in the chat room, they was calling that nigga the Moist Otter. Yeah, you got to turn it down a little bit on the speaker, if you know what I'm saying.
Out here is too loud right
Turn the speaker down a little bit. Yeah, they got on headphones, so they don't hear me. Okay, yeah, give me a little more. Yeah, they call the nigga Moist Otter, huh? Yeah, nigga. 5150 solo Holcomb and D. Check it out. Listen. Moist Otter, you a hoe. Say that dick sucking shit again. Yeah, nigga, you know. Moist Otter, you a hoe. Talk that dick sucking shit again. Nigga, you know.
Man, let me move on, bro. This nigga talking crazy shit. Corny as fuck. That shit's corny. That shit's corny. That don't nobody believe you. Don't nobody believe you. Now you can rap in front of a nigga. You talking shit. Boy, get the fuck out of here, dog. On everything, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Don't nobody believe you, Corey. That's factual. Don't nobody believe that shit you talking. Don't nobody believe shit you talking about, bro. Leave that shit on the other
Shocking new video has been released from the cell.
Leave that shit over there somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Find them new niggas over there, some shit like that. Don't nobody believe you, bro. All right, so let me go to this other one. So right after that, Anton he goes right over there to after hours, and then he talks about the situation. So let's look at what he's talking about. Hey, what the hell?
That nigga was like this. Yeah. He was holding the microphone like this, nigga. That's the honest to God on everything. That nigga was shaking like a stripper, bro. That nigga was shaking like a stripper.
Just to be partial, that's usually how I act before I hit somebody.
Yeah, but I see. Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
I'm not gonna I get real like fidgety, like what the fuck am I about to do?
Listen, bro. Listen. That tough shit. This is what I was taught as I was growing up. You never imply that that's what you're gonna do and don't do it. You never imply that that's what you're gonna do and you don't do it.
Because here's the thing: if he was hanging around them so-called niggas who've been sitting behind the walls for a while, he would have already understood that. He would have stood on business, but he didn't. Now I get it. Now looking at this from a business aspect, I get it. You don't want to fuck up the bag. So that's why Anton told you, say, hey, bro, we can take this shit to the back. You talking crazy right now. You talking like you about to do something. Let's go to the back so we can't fuck up the money, homeboy. But you ain't doing that because you still sitting there and you still talking and running your fucking yaps. That's what you doing. But you ain't doing nothing. I mean, shit. I mean, I'm not going to talk about nobody's physical appearance. I really don't care about the physical appearance. I'm not talking about them how they look. I'm talking about the situation. So that's something that y'all can do. That's something that y'all can talk about. I'm not talking about that.
When I pull, I always pop. That's why I'm living today.
I'm keeping it 100.
Yeah, no. That's 100.
You
But
don't ever try to insinuate that that's what you nigga. Don't switch seats or like it, because.
No,
go ahead.
No, you right, but bro, I'm telling you the perception of it.
Go ahead, I'm with it.
And this is what's crazy to me. Here's my thing. Y'all got to stop doing this. Stop doing this. I get it. You trying to troll. You trying to be funny. I get it. But at some point, there are certain things as a troll you don't need to be saying unless you willing to put your face as a profile picture so people can see who you are and they know, like, all right, so you talking that crazy talk, you talking like somebody can get whooped or something, but can you fight though? Are you willing to throw them hands, or are you just talking because you behind the computer and you safe? Y'all gotta stop doing that. If you're gonna be a troll, that's cool, that's fun. You know what I'm saying? It can be funny sometimes, but sometimes y'all do a little too much, and then on top of that, you sit behind a profile picture, can't nobody see you. So you just talking just to be talking, you saying some wild shit because you think you're safe. Stop doing that. Be about your business. If you're gonna say something crazy, put your profile picture up so people can see you, so they can know what you look like. So they can also troll you back and talk about you. Don't just sit behind a letter B and just talk. That's fine, bro. Listen, I told you, I'm not talking about his physical appearance. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Moment when I seen it, I say this.
Well, you show your face. You show your face, but then guess what? People control you back. Guess what? Then they can talk about you too, because you may not have a neck either. You might be 300 pounds. You might be 5'2", little dick behavior. That's probably what you got. You see what I'm saying? But you just talking behind a profile picture, and it don't mean shit. You're just saying crazy shit. No, I don't care about the point. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could talk about his nigga. I don't care. But when you say he can get beat, you can beat up Anton, but you can't choke him because he doesn't have a neck. Okay, cool.
Corey trying to check Anton temperature, because when you got up with him, hey, we can go outside. All right, let's keep the conversation.
Again, you saying that's a joke, but I mean, cool. That ain't got nothing to do with me though. So ain't nobody laughing. That's what I'm saying. So the joke went over everybody's head because it ain't funny. Because don't nobody care. That's the point that I'm making. Don't nobody care, bro. Because it's his neck. Okay. Cool. Put your picture up. Let everybody see you. See if you got a neck or not. That's the point.
Don't win it this way. So let's take the violence off the table. You had to do that because a nigga like Corey from Chicago was gonna test you in that way, because that's not how you present online. As tough. So when he said, okay, he do got some man about himself. Now let's continue the conversation. This is normal in the wild. Anton, you just left the wild. I'm a hood nigga. I know what it is.
No. That's a perception. Wasn't shit wild in there. If y'all want to know the truth, wasn't shit wild in there. Wasn't nothing popping off. That's why I told the crowd. I said, nigga, look, I got security. You got security. Ain't shit happening.
That's a fact.
Now and that's why I was talking about online. I said, nigga, now if you want to shoot a fair one, we can shoot a fair one.
Yeah.
We can go and shoot. Bro, I know people don't know this, but that's what I do. I don't talk about it online. I shoot fair ones all the time, nigga. I got 3 brothers, nephews, friends. Nigga, if we have a problem, we shoot a fair one.
Yeah.
That's not me being tough. I'm not tough. I'm not none of that shit. If you insinuate that that's what you gonna do, you gotta go. You gotta go all the way there. You cannot stop.
You can't stop. But I seen the bitch in that nigga. I seen the bitch in that nigga, and that's why I'm like, oh, this nigga soft. Okay. All of that chair moving shit, that's performative. Because let me tell you what niggas do when they really doing some shit. They go.
Okay, so this is the last time I'm responding to it. You know what I'm saying? Because you saying crazy shit. All right. So somebody's soft. Anton is so soft. I remember when one of his family members beat him up. Did you see the fight? You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas be saying, listen, y'all gotta be better trollers than what y'all do, bro. Y'all suck as trollers. No, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 110% honest. Y'all suck as trollers. Like, I don't even, like, fam, I don't even care if you trolling, but you gotta be better at trolling, dog. You gotta be better at trolling. So would you call, so let me ask you a question. Would you call any boxer that lost the fight soft? Would you call any boxer that lost the fight, would you call him soft? Being real, would you call him soft? Because the point is, it ain't even about the fucking fight. That's the point that you miss. You think just because somebody lost is because they're soft. Nigga, it's the fact that you even said, fuck it, let's put these dudes up, win, lose, or draw, my nigga. We about to put these hands up. You ain't just about to talk crazy to me. That's the difference. That's the shit that you don't understand. That let me know you ain't never fought before. It's the fact that I'm ready, like, listen, bro, win, lose, or draw, nigga. We about to throw these motherfucking hands up. What's fucking good with it, homeboy? What's good with it? I'm on your ass. Pause. But the shit that was demonstrated during the podcast with Corey Holcomb, nigga, he the one that got up and moved his chair as if he was about to do something, homie. He ain't do shit. I don't jump to conclusions. I'm just going based off of your statement, and I'm giving you an equivalent parallel to help me understand. Help me understand what you're talking about, homie. Does it make you soft because you lost the fight? You said it. It's right here. Anton is soft. I remember when one of his family members beat him up. So, with that statement, how was he soft? See what I'm saying? You don't even remember what you're saying. And I got it right here on the goddamn thing. What are you talking about? Okay, cool. He admitted he lost, but how, again, you're missing the point. It's going over your head, big dog. What makes him soft? That's the question I'm asking you. What makes him soft? Him losing the fight and him being soft are two different separate things. He's soft and he got his ass whooped. Again, what makes him soft? You continue to keep talking, but you ain't answering the question. What makes him soft? Win, lose, or draw, shows heart. Okay, bet. So therefore, that must mean you must retract this statement. He's soft and he got his ass whooped. So therefore, what makes him soft and he got his ass whooped? What does him getting his ass whooped got to do with anything? His actions make how? All right, bro. I'm done. I ain't got time to talk to you. I'm losing brain cells talking to you, bro.
They don't say, hey, move out the. That's like saying, hold me back. I'm keeping it 100, bro. I'm keeping it 100. Niggas, man, I knew that nigga wasn't gonna do nothing. That nigga was shaking like a stripper. He telling Darlene, hey, move over.
Listen, I agree, but here's the thing. They wouldn't. That's why Anton got up and walked out and said, hey, bro, we can take this shit outside, because he was protecting both of their bags. He was protecting the money. He's like, listen, bro, take this shit to the back. You keep talking, bro. Let's go. Mind you, they both paid. They both got money. Let's keep it real. They both got money. But they don't want to jeopardize that shit. So that's why he said, let's take this shit to the back. But Corey Holcomb was just talking. He was just talking just to be talking. He was just yapping his gum.
Over there, let me get next to this nigga. Nigga, that's for the internet. That's straight up for the internet. I never moved.
Facts.
I sat right there, right next to that nigga, and I continued to cook that nigga the whole time. Yeah. The whole time.
Listen, it ain't even just the black, but here's the thing. It ain't just the black community. It's all communities, bro. Nigga, it ain't just the black people that got degenerate behavior. It's a lot of these white people out here, white people, Hispanic people, they be doing the same shit, bro. That's real talk.
From the start, from that point on, I cooked that nigga. I told that nigga, you a hypocrite. I don't believe you. You keep niggas around you that continue to try to boost you up. That nigga was frustrated. That nigga was frustrated. He the weakest comedian because a nigga couldn't even control his temperature in his own, and I was in his backyard. Nigga, I'm in LA right now in his spot with his people all around talking to that nigga. Talking to that nigga. Let me tell you, he never coming back from this. That's why I'm telling y'all, whenever his show ends, niggas need to download that shit and never let them forget it, because I don't go based off. That's why I told Mika, right? Because I had Mika with me. And the reason why I brought Mika with me is because I wanted to promote her show and shit. Neither here nor there. I told Mika, I told my security, and I told somebody else. I said, I'm not doing nobody else's platform unless it's gonna be face to face. I told niggas I told a Millionaire Morning Show that. Because everybody talk a good game until you right there in front of them. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. That's not even a tall nigga like that. He not even big like that. Nigga fat as fuck. Like he not fit. Like I'm not the fittest nigga, but I'm a regular person, right? I'm not overweight, I'm not crazy and none of that shit like that. Like I'm a regular nigga. He not tall, he not fit. The nigga walked in wheezing. Man, bro, I was fully confident that nigga was going out. Fully confident. All of that tough shit, all of what having the camera pan up to you like this and shit to make you bigger than what you really are. I ain't impressed with that shit, bro. Let me tell you something. Every last one of these niggas, if they ever want to do something in person, I'm pulling up. I told that nigga on the phone before I even pulled up. I said, bro, I know you gonna come at me weird, but just know you're gonna get the same energy.
Facts, raw.
I told him straight up on the phone. So that's why I bullied that nigga on his own platform, a bitch ass comedian. I bullied that nigga. Let me tell you something, bro.
Okay.
He said, I said, nigga, Dave Chappelle, you scared of Dave, nigga. I told that nigga straight up to his face on his own platform. I said, you scared, nigga. You tiptoed around that nigga when you reviewed his platform.
All right, so Anton, what was
so my point is this, man, I'm not worried about it, nigga. The people I got around me is different, bro. Let me tell you, I know the same people that he know. Y'all be thinking that, man, listen, bro, listen. Ain't nobody tough. I'm not pretending to be tough. I'm not none of that. But the one thing that I know is, and maybe it's just because I'm still in Detroit, niggas don't act like they gonna do something. Either they do it or they stay chill. I'm not going for none of that move out the way, all of this stuff. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. You're not tough. And let me tell you the only reason why I got up. I was telling my security and I was telling Mika this and shit too. Like while I left. Is because I'm not going to ever act like I'm going to do something and don't do it. So it's either do something or leave. Because what you do is now you putting the security in a situation. Now you getting Mika in a situation, right? Now you putting them in something and they got to respond because, you know, it's going if it go there, it get fucked up. So it's either you go or you do something about it. I'm not a tough guy. So I left. So
can I ask you this?
Once it start going there and you know what I'm saying? It's just like, this nigga, I've already done my due diligence. I've already kicked his ass on his own platform. It's time to go.
Yeah. So can I ask you what was the overall goal of going on the platform? Like, was you hoping to get some
insinuating? He said you insinuating you was there without you. I'm not here with my nigga. I just talked to my chick on the phone. Literally, I literally just talked to her on the phone.
I have a question.
You see her at the top, nigga?
I have a question for you, Anton.
See Sharita right there?
I have a question
there,
for you.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Daniels.
You right.
Oh yeah, he definitely gonna milk this shit for 2 weeks. Oh, 100% he gonna milk it. If he's smart, he should milk it for 2 weeks. That's a fact. Negative or positive feedback, he should milk it 100%.
I got Mika here, and I'm
because no matter how many people react to it and people say that he was on some weak shit, guess what? There's still gonna be people that's gonna rock with him, and vice versa. Facts.
I have a question. I have a question for you. He tried to calm the temperature. Why didn't you let him?
What do you mean? Tried to calm the temperature? When did he try to calm the temperature?
Well, he tried to like, okay, we cool now, and you was like, fuck this shit. You just kept going.
Because I didn't believe that nigga now. Once you say you own that and you don't show it, I found your weakness.
Okay.
Why do you think it went left to begin with? Just
because he's used to niggas think because you're Republican and you conservative or whatever, that shit is just, I don't think he know, right? Because don't nobody know nobody until they actually in front of him, right? And he used to, and I told him that shit. I said, you used to being around people that don't say nothing to you when you say something to them because, you know, it is what it is. And so, you know, that was his weakness. He's not, listen, he's not intellectual enough to be able to talk. He can't hold, I realized that in the very beginning, is that like on some debate or conversation type shit.
He's a nigga.
Yeah, he's not intellectual enough on that tip. So when you start to lose that part of the conversation, and another reason why I like doing it in person is because you can't mute me.
Yes,
you would let that nigga talk. I was like, God damn, that's
what? Well, you can't mute me, and we gotta look in each other's eyes, and we gotta see each other, right?
Yeah, that's the key.
Now
right
you can't mute me. You can't control the narrative. You can't control the platform. We right there.
Yeah.
So that's why I only want to do it in person.
I just want to say no one on this platform should say anything, because if that was me and Slim, y'all would have called us sassy and emotional.
Yeah, that's and facts, raw, facts. If Corey Holcomb is able to get out of his feelings, if Corey Holcomb is able, this is why he can actually leverage this shit, and he can get to an even bigger bad, because if he get out of his emotions and he said, hey, listen, bro, they had that conversation on the back end, and they said, hey, dog, shit got out of hand. I'm wrong for that. I know I shouldn't have popped off like that. I get it. I got a little emotion. Like, be a man about your shit. Own up to your responsibility and say, listen, and be accountable for how you fucking reacted. Hey, man, I reacted out of pocket. That was on me. I should have done that. I talk about being the man all this time, and I know I should have stayed in my lane. I know I should have stayed in my square. I should have been cool and chill on the situation. But can I get you back on? Can I get you back on the platform, and we're gonna actually have a fucking conversation? When I'm not gonna say nothing crazy to you, we just gonna talk about it. Listen, we might get it up there in regards to just going back and forth, but I'm not gonna call you out your name. I'm not gonna be disrespectful to you. I'm not gonna say none of that shit. We just gonna have a fucking conversation, bro. Are you willing to do that? I'm pretty sure Anton gonna be like, hey, let's get to it. Now, this is if Corey actually wants to have the conversation. He can leverage this situation. He ain't fully took an L yet. He took an L in regards to him being tough. That's the L that he took. But he can leverage the situation and get to a bigger bag, and he can get to 1 million subscribers real quick, or get real close to it. But he got to know how to run this shit back, because he's too busy trying to be too real, which that shit already went out the window, bro. Don't nobody believe you no more.
When niggas fight, that's what y'all say. But no, that was no. Too soon. I'm just saying. That's what I'm just saying. They would have called us sassy, Slimmy.
Well, this is what I'll say.
I don't think it was.
Here's the thing, K. I don't think it's career ending though. I don't. Like I said earlier, I don't think it's career ending, because there's still people right now that think that Corey Holcomb punked AD. There are real deal people. I've seen people on X, TikTok, Instagram. They're saying that Corey Holcomb punked them. But I'm like, nigga, did we all watch the same video? How? But they still around with Corey Holcomb because they got this biased opinion. But looking at it from a perspective of standing out and just looking at both the situations, nah, there wasn't no punking going on. Yup, Ralph. Yup, he would have to apologize to Mika too. He got to. She definitely caught some strays.
Look, what do you think Corey was expecting from your dialogue?
I think he was expecting to son me, and he was expecting to little boy me.
Yep.
I believe that was kind of sort of the intention from the beginning.
So you don't think he was there to really have a conversation?
He was, but
no, he was there to get into it because he turned up.
Everybody knew.
Let me tell you, hold on. Let me tell y'all what's real. I'm gonna keep it 100. You know, I never lie to you. Corey is different on the phone and talking than he is when the camera cut on. All of that shit is performative. All of it is performative. And that's cool. I ain't tripping about that because I understand content. I understand the game. But I know how to play that game too because I've been doing this shit for years. So now, okay. So I seen what the temperature is when he turned up when we first started talking. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna troll you the whole show. I'm gonna troll you the whole show. The whole show, nigga. And I'm gonna tell you that you was a bitch when it came to Dave Chappelle, that you a coward, that you this, that you that you can't substantiate your argument. I'm gonna tell you that you dumb without telling you you dumb. And now we gonna go there.
That's the worst. That's the worst. When you talk smart to a nigga who don't understand, that's the worst.
I'm gonna troll the fuck out of you. I'm gonna embarrass you, nigga. And this shit gonna go so viral and it's so beautiful because I'm gonna benefit off of it.
Facts.
Bag chasers are proud of you, Anton.
I seen 15,000 in that motherfucking chat.
They going crazy.
That's crazy.
Is that normal?
Chicago take the L. You better tell Anton thank you for the visibility.
So I'm with it. So again, I'm with it. I'm not nigga, Corey Holcomb is every bit at 5'10", 300, nigga. That nigga got a beer belly.
Yeah, I seen.
Oh, sweatpants were looking a little sloppy. He got it.
Listen, let me pause it right there, man. I'm gonna pause it right there because I want to talk about one last topic of the night. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make the whole live stream about AD. You know what I'm saying? Because we went 2 hours and 37 minutes. I want to make the last few minutes of this live stream about something else a little different, a little bit about money. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, just give me a minute. Give me a second. Give me a second, cuz. But hey, at the end of the day, Corey Holcomb was out of pocket for the shit that he did. I don't care what nobody says. He was out of pocket. He was all the way wrong. All the way wrong.
Shocking new video has been released from the cell phone of the ICE agent.
One of the indicators that nobody's watching today that could.
All right. So he was all the way wrong. He was out of pocket. If he didn't want that kind of smoke, he should have never been disrespectful in the first place. He the one who started this shit. He shouldn't have took it there. If he wasn't about to do shit, he shouldn't have been talking tough. You're gonna call it a spade a spade. Don't start talking shit after a nigga leave. Don't do that. That's still whole behavior. Don't be calling niggas. Don't be calling shit out and throwing shade at other niggas, throwing salt, pillow talking, whatever it is. That's whole behavior. Don't be doing that. That's exactly what you're doing, and you expose yourself. Now, in order, again, you still gonna have people that's gonna rock with you. So that's you got followers like that. People are gonna rock with you. They got their bias about you. It is what it is. Now, the only way for you to leverage this situation, because you're still gonna get some subscribers, but if you want to leverage this even more, you should call, hash the shit out, get them back on the platform so y'all can have a real fucking conversation instead of getting triggered this time. So that way more people can tune in, and now they're gonna listen to it, and then guess what? You're gonna gain more followers. And then you're gonna be quick to hit a meal. That's facts. And you're gonna get both of y'all get to a bag. Simple as that, bro. Simple as that. Nothing crazy, nothing over the top. Be a man. Call and say, listen, bro, I tripped out. That was on me, dog. And the shit that's on the internet is gonna be on the internet forever. It is what it is. So if you try to walk the shit back and say, nah, I ain't never doing it. Yep, it's online. It's here. Ain't no way around it, big dog. It's out here now. So yeah. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. If you want to support the channel, please do so. Help your boy hit your goal. You feel me? But let me go ahead and get to these super chats real quick, dog.
Where the money at?
Shout out to my boy Manasseh J King Reacts for the $5, man. I appreciate you for supporting the channel. He says 100. Shout out to the bag chasers, man. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. Now, I want to talk about a little bit about some money, dog. I want to talk a little bit about some money. Hold up, before I get there, let me see what it says. Starling says, can I ask you to look at my stream and tell me what to improve or like thoughts? I made the whole system myself, and it's not exclusively that game, but I'm just looking for ideas. I got you, man. I got you. Send me a message on my Discord, bro. The link is in the description, and I'll check it out. All right. Matter of fact, hold on, give me a second. I can check it out real quick. A second. Let me check you out. Not Corey Holcomb talking about he wants to smoke. Bro, sit down, bro. It's too late now. Everybody finna make money off of this shit today. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody finna make bread off of this Corey Holcomb situation, Anton. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, right, Starling? Okay, yeah, there it is. Looks solid. Yeah, it looks solid. For gaming. Yeah, it look pretty solid, bro. Is that what you gonna stick to? Yeah, Facts Battle Zone this time have a moderator for sure. For sure. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get into this next topic, man. Let's talk about Cody Sanchez again. And listen, I really like Cody Sanchez. I like the way that she be speaking. I like her thought process. I love the business that she does. She gives a lot of insight on a lot of different businesses. I love it. I do. So I'm a huge fan of her. And the things that she's done and the things that she's built. So now she's talking to she's being interviewed right now by Jay Shetty and Jay Shetty podcast. And in this particular situation, they're talking about money. They're talking about money in regards to being in relationships and the effectiveness of being married versus not being married. So I want to go ahead and get into that. All right. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. All right. Let's rock out.
Tell us what's happening. So one of them is actually look at a spike in beauty products. You can also see that by a spike of the people who are launching them, or a lot of people continuing to buy, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Which is happening right now.
Yeah. And then, the place I think that this takes us is maybe a little bit more on the dating side, which is here's some like a little tough truth. It turns out if you want to make more money, one of the best things that you can do is find a partner, which is crazy. So married couples make on average more than 30% more than non-married couples. Their net worth is almost 3x someone who is single over the course of their entire career. And so I bring this up not to shame anybody who hasn't found their partner. I know what that's like when you feel like there's no options and you want to find love, but it's not around you. But why I do bring it up is because I think it's something that we should really prioritize. We should prioritize if we care about making money, and we should prioritize if we care about love, certainly.
Let me give you some perspective first. Before a lot of you single ladies out here, before y'all try to react and you get emotional and you try to rebuttal, understand this is a married woman. She's a successful woman. She's a millionaire woman. Let me say that again. She's a successful woman. She owns multiple businesses. Multiple businesses. She's married. And she's a millionaire. Multi-millionaire to be exact. And she's still telling you that you need a husband. If you're a woman, you need a husband. And that you make 3 times more than what you would make. So take that into consideration. Whatever you're making now, you can make 3 times more with a husband. So while y'all over here sitting and talking about how independent you are, how you don't need a man, because you're so egotistical. You got this millionaire woman, and I think she's Hispanic too. You got this millionaire woman who owns multiple businesses. She's out here getting to a bag, and she has a husband. And she's not over here talking about, I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I don't need him. I just want him. Nah. She values that shit. She puts that shit first.
And I think it's gotten a bad rap. Marriage has a bad rap. You do an incredible job of showing the beauty that can be behind it. Well,
it's 30%, but she said 3 times more. You make 3 times more as much.
Also being like, sometimes I hate her. Like with my husband, sometimes like, oh, you today? Really? Thank God I love you because I want to murder you. It's a real boon to your financial health. And so anybody that is around you that is saying, I don't need no man, I'd be better off without him, they're all toxic, everybody else is a narcissist that I've dated, I kind of want to push on your frame a little bit and say, 1, do you think you attract things that you hate on? Probably not. 2, there's a lot of reasons why you showing the stability for a partnership will lead to a more stable life overall. And so I thought that was fascinating.
The way I've always heard it is from actually men. So when I look at
their entire career, it turns out if you want to make more money, one of the best things that you can do is find a partner, which is crazy. So married couples make on average more than 30% more than non-married couples. Their net worth is almost 3x someone who is single over the course.
So yeah, their net worth is 3x, but they made 30% more. So 3x, 30% more.
Of their entire career. And so I bring this up not to shame anybody who hasn't found their partner. I know what that's like when you feel like there's no options and you want to find love, but it's not around you. But why I do bring it up is because I think it's something that we should really prioritize. We should prioritize if we care about making money, and we should prioritize if we care about love, certainly. And I think it's gotten a bad rap. Marriage has a bad rap. You do an incredible job of showing the beauty that can be behind it, while also being like, sometimes I hate her. Like with my husband, sometimes like, oh, you today? Really? Thank God I love you because I want to murder you. It's a real boon to your financial health. And so anybody that is around you that is saying, I don't need no man, I'd be better off without him, they're all toxic, everybody else is a narcissist that I've dated, I kind of want to push on your frame a little bit and say, 1, do you think you attract things that you hate on? Probably not. 2, there's a lot of reasons why you showing the stability for a partnership will lead to a more stable life overall. And so I thought that was fascinating.
The way I've always heard it is from actually men. So when I look at successful men, going back to your earlier point of mentors, any of the successful men that I've ever been mentored by talk to me about having a one-woman life change their career trajectory, because they found that the less time they wasted on chasing, pursuing, wooing women, the more time they had to focus on their career. So
because understand something, stop focusing on the box, bro. Focus on the purpose. Get to what you got to get to the destination. The women are gonna be there at the end of the day. More importantly, get you somebody who understands where you're going. Get somebody who's gonna get along with the program, and they're gonna help you get to where you're trying to get to. They're gonna remove all the obstacles out of your way, so that way you can reach the goal that you're trying to get to. Yeah, Dev, you've known it, but a lot of people don't, because that's why a lot of people continue to keep having these conversations. You got a lot of women that sit here, oh well, I want a man that's this, I want a man that's this, I want a man that's this. I don't need a man that's, I'm independent, I'm decentering men. Like, shorty, you don't know what you don't know what you're missing. You keep talking about you want to live this lavish life, or you want to live this comfortable life, but you're fucking up. You're not doing what it is that you need to do. You're not operating in the space that you need to operate in. You keep hanging around the wrong type of bitch. You keep hanging around these 304s instead of hanging around the women who are successfully married. You keep listening to them single bras over there, keep talking the way that they talking over there. You keep listening to women that say, oh, I got so many niggas in my DMs. Okay, but shorty, you ain't got no result though. You ain't married. None of these niggas are getting down on one knee for you. So that don't tell me nothing. I don't give a fuck how many niggas in your DM. You ain't even choosing them. So what's the point of mentioning it to me if you ain't taking any of them serious? Yeah, I think at this point, y'all call everybody grifters. I think that is a new term that everybody says now. One person says it, then everybody calls it, you're a grifter. You're a grifter. That person's a grifter. That person's a grifter. This person is a grifter. That person is a grifter. Oh man, I don't like them. They're a grifter. Y'all just be saying shit. Y'all follow the train of everybody else. Y'all ain't got a thought process of y'all own for nothing. This man just interviews successful people. All of a sudden, grifter. Matter of fact, let me look up the actual definition of it. Because y'all just be saying shit. Y'all be killing me with that. Let me see. Grifter. Grifter meaning a person who engages in petty or small-scale swindling. So you telling me him having this conversation with Cody Sanchez is small-scale swindling? That's what you're telling me. And all these other successful individuals who are in this world right now that he's interviewed, he's grifting off of them because it's small-scale swindling or petty. That's what you're telling me. How would that? That's what I'm saying, Dev. Like, these people just be saying shit just to be saying shit. He's having a comment. He decided to create a platform to engage with people who are successful, because a lot of successful people want to talk about themselves. You know, they want to give the game, even though they're giving, a lot of them are giving it for free, but people still don't want to learn from it because they got this fear in their head that, oh, they just trying to get money out of you, bro. They just trying to do this, that, and the third, instead of you actually paying attention to the shit that they're saying and learning from them and taking the meat and spitting out the bones and implementing the things that they're saying, so that way people can have a better life. But yet you got people over here saying that, oh, you're a grifter, you're a grifter, you're a grifter. How? He just found a way to make money from it. He made money from it. YouTube, interviewing successful people. Oh, okay. Now, because I have so many successful people, I get to connect with these people too. I get to have a conversation behind the scenes with these people. You know, really tap into the network. Kind of like School of Hard Knocks. He walk around, he interview these billionaires and multi-millionaires, asking them certain questions, giving back to the younger generation, telling them what they can do, telling them what not to do. And then boom. Hey, and then after every conversation, he said, hey, listen, I get in contact with every billionaire, every person that I interview. Is it okay if I get your contact number? Boom, they say yes. Get a contact number. You tapping into the network. You're tapping into a network. Because whether people see it or not, this is a business that he has going on. That's a business. A lot of people just see the microphone. They just see the camera. Oh, he got a camera. He just sitting down having a conversation. That's a business that he's operating right now. And there's no telling what other things he might have going on. He may be tapped in with her to learn how to invest in laundromats. He may be tapped into her to learn how to invest in smaller businesses, or business that owners who are trying to sell their business, he may be trying to figure out how to tap into that. But people don't see that. They just small-minded, bro. Small-minded.
Even from the other side, men who decide to commit to one woman have more energy, more focus, more drive, more power to direct towards making money and building a business than they do when they're trying to impress lots of women or take care of lots of women. Now, of course, there are exceptions. There are people who become very successful without having a partner and whatever. They may have even put their love life on the back burner.
Sure.
But men who are married were just more, who had that commitment in their life.
Which is wild. They say you're happier too and you guys live longer.
Yeah.
We're like slightly less happy.
You guys you don't live as long as well, right?
Don't live as long.
Because you're dealing with a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
It was funny. Yesterday, my wife said to me, because I must have said to her what I want for dinner. And she goes, wow, this is great training to have a kid. And I said to her, yeah. She goes, husband's a great training to have a kid. And I go, yeah, wife's great training to have a teenager. And it was just like, it was just this really funny moment where we were bantering. And I was like, yeah, you're like a teenager, like dealing with emotions and all this stuff. And you were dealing with my like baby needs of like, hey, can you feed me? Like, you know.
It's very, very true.
Yeah.
I also think, man, if you're like, I talk more from the women perspective just because I'm a chick. And so I'll try to talk about only things I know about. But, you know, from a female perspective, there's a lot of things that I think are wrong in the way we date with money.
Yeah, that's what I want to get into. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, for instance, you know, increasingly, they say that 64% of women will not date a man if he doesn't have the same income level or higher than her. For men, that actually, in the studies at least, does not seem to be the case. They actually don't care about income level. Well, problem there that more women are increasing their incomes and increasing their education levels than men are today. I think there's something darker even than the 6'5" trust fund blue eyes thing, which is we're prioritizing the thing that seems to not lead to any increase in happiness. Couples are no happier if they are the same income level or higher or not. They aren't wealthier if they focus on that than something else. And so from my perspective, I'm like, man, if you're a woman today, you know, I don't give dating advice, but the money seems to show that that does not matter in a relationship. You know, my husband is amazing. And I already ran a business when I met him. He was a Navy SEAL. The government doesn't pay very much for that role. And so he was just playing a totally different game. He didn't care about money actually at all. He cared about service and he cared about respect. That's what he wanted. He wanted to do something that served and he wanted to do something that commanded respect. I, in finance, was not that much serving, you know, but I was a lot money. And so when the two of us came together, it was really, really powerful. And so for women today, a lot of times when they ask me, how do you find a partner? What do you do if you make a lot of money and he doesn't? I'm like, find somebody who plays a different game, because then you two can complement. Did you both play the same game? Were you both trying to grow and make money?
No. So, well, Radhi's always been at peace. She's always been at peace with who she is, what she has. And her journey was more kind of, I always talk about the aspect of what you mentioned of being surrounded by more people. So we grew up in a culture where generally women in our community became housewives and took care of the kids. That's majority of what you'd see growing up where I grew up. Now, that's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not judging it. What was interesting was when we moved to New York and then we moved to LA, Radhi was surrounded by a lot of our female friends who are all founders, who build businesses, who've achieved a lot of incredible things. And they happen to be happy moms and happy wives as well. Radhi being exposed to them almost opened up to this idea of what women could do, what women could achieve, what was possible. And she has just come into her own. Like when she launched her book last year for the first time, when she launched her podcast last year, when she's just been growing and finding herself. And I think she's really loved the journey.
Yeah.
It's never been about growth. It's never been about conquering. It's never been about a destination. She just loves the fact she can fully express herself and use her skills to help people. I started with the same thing. I never had financial goals. I never knew anyone who was that financially successful. I just wanted to find a way to help people. And then I realized you couldn't help people full time if you couldn't do this full time. So you can have all the most noble reasons to do what you do. If you can't pay yourself and pay people to help you do it, you're not going to do it for that long. So I had to rewire my relationship with money, because I used to believe that if you were doing good in the world, you had to be poor. Wow. And I had to completely shift my relationship, because I had to understand that actually, if I wanted to do bigger good in the world, I needed money, because I needed bigger teams, I needed bigger opportunities, I needed bigger relationships.
Yeah.
And the rules of the game are money gives access to that.
I come from a Latino culture. And so money was never really bad. It was bad to talk about it. You couldn't really talk about money. And it was bad to maybe have too much of it. That was like, oh, they're really rich. So how'd they get there?
Same.
You know?
Same, very similar.
Yeah. But my dad, which I'm so grateful, and if I have kids, I hope I can do the same thing. You know, if you want to be a good father to a daughter and you want your daughter to be really confident and have a ton of optionality, I'd model after my father. And what he always said is, well, you could be a princess, or you could also be the president. You know, you choose. and then
so
he's very cute. And he also really taught me that money is amoral. It doesn't care. It is a tool. A hammer is not good or bad, except how you use it. You could use a hammer for really good to build something. You could use a hammer for murder. Same with money. And so I came to the terms with money in this way, because I think that money is an accelerator to whatever is inside of you.
Yes.
So if you are not a great person and you want to do bad things in the world, money is really bad to be in your hands. If you're a good person and you want to do good in the world, money is really good to have in your hands. And as long as you can stay true to that thing inside of you, then money is actually just an ability for you to build the world that you want, as opposed to live in somebody else's. You know, I watched my brother kind of go through this, because he's never.
She cooking. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you, but she up this bitch straight fucking cooking right now, dog. Bro, listen. No, nothing else needs to be said. Nothing else needs to be said. I would recommend any woman who wants to be financial, who wants to be a millionaire, you know, you want to make money and be a business owner, go listen to Cody Sanchez, bro. She a business owner, she a millionaire, she got a husband that make less than her, and their relationship works. But see, again, you got to run your own race. That's the key factor. While you're so focused on money, I guarantee you, when she walked through that fucking door, she knows who run that shit. She knows who run that shit. And she's not gonna try to use, oh well, I make more money than you, because he don't give a fuck about that. You can't make somebody feel bad about something that they don't give a fuck about. So okay, cool. All right, you make more money, but I demand respect. That's what I care about. So you can't use that. I make more money than you. It's gonna roll right off my motherfucking shoulders. So a lot of y'all need to start learning. If you want to make money, yo, what up, big dog? What up on Spaces? So if you want to start learning, and you ladies who are so focused on your career, understand you can have a career, but you can also have a man. If you understand that, listen, if I get with this man, the likelihood of me being even more successful, or us coming together and we be more successful together, is 30% more, 3 times more likely. Why not? If you're a woman, you're making $100,000 a year, and you know that there's a 30% chance that you're gonna make more money, or how did she say it? 30% more. What? I'm just gonna say 3 times more. There's an opportunity for you to make 3 times more than what you're making. Why not finding that person that aligns with you and y'all build something together? Why not do that? Because you're egotistical. Your ego gets in the way. You got a boogeyman complex. You think every man is bad because you were traumatized when you were younger and things happened to you, so therefore you can't trust men. When in reality, all men aren't bad men. And to be honest with you, the overwhelming majority of men aren't bad men. There's just a small percentage. There's a small few men that just fuck it up for the majority. Yep. But y'all don't want to have that conversation, though. Y'all want to have that conversation. Again, you just heard it from a millionaire woman. You just heard it from a woman who makes millions of dollars and she's married. She's a business owner. She owns multiple businesses and she's married to a man that makes less than her. And their relationship is successful because they are running two different races. So there you go. Proof is in the pudding. That's why people that acquire money, they did not earn, often lose it. Money is just a placeholder for the work that you have put in and earned it. That's a fact. She said you can earn 30% more. Yeah, you can earn 30% more and you will have 3 times greater net worth. There you go. Hey, appreciate you for correcting me, dog. Because I had it mixed up for sure. I had it mixed up for sure. But listen, man, tonight was dope. I appreciate y'all for kicking it with your boy. I'm pushing 2K. Oh, yeah. And the subscribers, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You on my heels? Hey, you gonna pass me? Nah, fam. You ain't passing me, homie. You ain't gonna pass me, dog. You ain't gonna pass me, bro. Hey, but I like that competition, though. I like that competition keeping me on my heels. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all for kicking it with your boy, man. I thank y'all. And until next time, I holla.